Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, here on Voice of the Rings, and today, my friends, we're gonna do some of the 19th year anniversary scavenger hunts. So I'll have lots of time to hang out and talk with you guys because these things take a long time. But it's really fun because we get to go all over Middle Earth. So I thought this would be kind of a fun stream. I'm going to be starting on year 9, scavenger hunt, Tales of Gandalf. I'm just doing the main ones. I'm not going to be doing the Elraandor ones in this. I'm going to be doing the main normal ones. And yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. So welcome to the stream. And am I forgetting something to say? I don't know. Anyway, welcome guys. I'm glad you're here. It's a Tuesday. I thought it'd be fun to just kind of like hang out and do a stream on Tuesday afternoon and have some fun today. So whenever you're watching live or here, you know, later as a VOD, I appreciate you watching, and throw a like on there if you would, even a sub if you have fun, and a follow over on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch. But yeah, so basically I have never really done the scavenger hunts, really ever. This is like the first year I've actually done anything, but your character remembers which ones you completed, and you have to complete them in order. So I did do a lot of just fun solo, just playing, doing some 1 through 9. But I thought, hey, let's do a couple of them on stream, have fun to it. They extended, that's what I was trying to remember. They extended the anniversary event. It was supposed to be over today, so we have another week at the time of me doing the stream. So cool, awesome, I'll be able to do some more. So let's go over to the party tree and double check that I have everything I need. And I will make this kind of a little bit of a guide too, for those who might be a little bit confused. There's a few things when you're doing the scavenger hunts that could be a little challenging, and it's a lot of the ones when you're like, go to pre-battle Minas Tirith, or go to the flooded version of Isengard instead of the regular version. It's a little bit of a trick to that. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. The wiki explains a little bit, but not entirely. Basically, when it comes to Isengard, you really need to go over to Helm's Deep, like from a swift travel or something, and then take horses over to Isengard. For some reason, it loads you into the right dimensional layers to then when you go over to Isengard, it's not just regular Isengard, it's flooded Isengard. Because normally when you click on the map, it's just regular Isengard. But if you go there to try to eat what it says it's supposed to be after the Battle Isengard, it will let you for the scavenger hunt. So that could be a little bit challenging. So just remember, if you're coming from this direction, Dunland, it could be a little bit confusing. If you have the map skill, someone told me this in World Chat, and it was super, super helpful. So I'm just going to say it right now before I forget. And then we'll continue on. We'll get into some more fun here in a second. So if you have the travel skill, all right, so go to your travel skills. Now my character has a ton of the travel skills. But if you go, this one, I think it was this one right here, Durndingle, and I believe you can look on the wiki where you get this travel skill. It actually brings you right to the Entimote, and there's a tree you can click on, which will teleport you right outside the Isengard ring with the after-battle flooded version of Isengard. And then you're able to go do your quests and stuff. So just a little, that was very helpful, little bit of info. That's one way to do it. Or you could just go to Helm's Deep and like cross that way, take some horses that way. But if you swift travel in a Dunland or anything, it'll be the regular version of Isengard, which won't work for the scavenger hunt. So that could be a little tricky. I might make a guide video on that in the future, but there's a little bit of info for you right now. Another thing, if you're trying to get between all the layers and dimensions of Minas Tirith, because you have like pre-battle Minas Tirith, you have during the battle like areas out in the field Minas Tirith, you have Midsummer Minas Tirith, which is now I think connected to King's Gondor Minas Tirith. If you need to switch layers, basically just take a swift travel to any of the Minas Tiriths, and at that front gate, there's usually either a horse right there that you can click on. It'll say pre-battle Minas Tirith, or vice versa, or you can sometimes click on the actual Steelmaster at Minas Tirith and be able to switch to the other Minas Tirith. It'll say Minas Tirith again, and it means Anori and older Minas Tirith. That can be a little confusing. I wish they could clean that up a little bit, but the reason is LOTRO is a very big game, and there's lots of layers, and they had to do that for expansions. It's also how your character grows and progresses through the story, because it actually changes the environment, right? Which is really cool. I mean, it's a really cool thing to see different versions of the locations, right? But anyway, hello. Oh, R.I.P. the whale. Oh, I know. I put a video out on my channel about that. That was just it was so interesting with nature. There was a big whale that had died and floated up on our beach where I live. And I thought there was like a sewer problem in my neighborhood, and then we found out it was the whale. And it was a baby gray whale, unfortunately. But you know, that's nature, and nature was already handling it. There was already a lot of shark bites, clearly, when it was in the water. So, but we told the Coast Guard, and they probably brought it back out into the water, or you know, probably through the natural processes can clean it up. But it's still a little bit sad sometimes, right, with that kind of stuff. But it's just nature, and different things, and might have been sickly or something. And that mom wheel will have another one in like 2 or 3 years. But that's pretty much how it goes. I like green. Raz is going to change the room. So we're going to get a bluish tint here in a minute. Now, it's a little bright right here because I actually have the window partially open. I have a fan blowing air in. That's why my helmet's not here. I prefer to do that than have... what did I just knock down? Boink. Felt like I guess I just hit this. I guess I didn't knock anything down. But yeah. I got major distracted. I apologize. All right. So anyway, we're going to continue the story here. Let me go ahead and put the music on in the background. Hey, there's the room. That's a really cool color, actually. Wow. That's really cool. And also, it's a little nicer on my eyes, so appreciate it. So here's how you do the... there are 2 versions of the... scavenger hunts. Well, there's actually multiple, but there's pretty much ones that are called Ironshield, and they're more easy to complete, and you don't have to go over 100 to do them. And then there's the regular ones that are like just the year and then a name. There's different kinds. I've been doing all the ones that are the characters. You follow the footsteps of the characters. So right now I have in my log year 9 Tales of Gandalf, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna bring up the wiki page because I don't think doing these without the wiki page is very plausible unless you somehow have done them 20 times and know every location. It's kind of actually challenging, so I will show you guys as we go. Bring up the wiki page. So what I do normally with the wiki page is I bring it up when it comes up, and I type in year and then whichever one you're doing for the title, and it should just search it up here. It's taking a little while to do its search there. It's not really... Oh, there it is. Okay, Tales Gandalf. That's the one I'm doing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and search that one real quick here. Or bring that up. I'm not quite sure why the wiki is taking so... Usually it's instantaneous, so... Lots of people doing scavenger hunts. So here you go. And then I like to just bring up walkthrough, and then you can see right here, you've got all the different locations when you hover them. Now, again, this is weird. Usually I hover and it instantly comes up, so it's definitely taking its sweet time. Now, some of these I'm going to know off the bat what to do. So some of them are going to be easy. But when I need to, I'm going to look at that wiki to help me through some of the things. Now, there is a couple different things you could do as you go. This nice lady right here, she is going to give you complete Ironshield anniversary events. So this, if you're doing the Ironshield ones, I am not now, because the regular ones also give you the same cosmetics. Though technically you could get more quests and you're doing it at the same time, but I've already kind of passed the Ironshield ones, so I'm not going to accept that one. But Waldo here is where you really need to accept. I already finished this.
You will help me, won't you?
Yes, we'll help you, Waldo. We're basically I'm gonna go ahead and accept this again. This is something you can do for the yearly thing. And then basically you need to do this at least once a day. And since we have a week, I could easily get it done again, especially because I'm going to be doing these, so I might as well accept it. And then if you notice here, I already have, from Waldo, Anniversary Scavenger Hunt Year 9. Okay, so I have to do any Year 9 Scavenger Hunt, and we are doing Year 9 Tales Gandalf. And there were some other ones I could have chosen, obviously. There is also Travels in Middle-earth. This is places you can explore. And there is also 9 Trifles, which is defeat certain foes around the world, right? So I could do that. And as I complete this, it'll open up Ironshield ones. The Ironshield ones do look like they open up as their own chain line. You can see I stopped at 5 and it's still at 5. It doesn't open new Ironshield ones. But I decided just to do all the anniversary ones because, again, the loot, like I said. All right, so here's an anniversary Year 9, right, with all the loot. The year 9 Ironshield one will probably have a few less things here and like a couple other ones. Oh my god, goodness. Oh my gosh, it's the, like, look, word tongue tie. It's the Lucky Horseshoe. That's awesome. I didn't know you could get another Lucky Horseshoe doing this. Used to be just a quest they gave it to you a long time ago. Do I still have that in my inventory? Do I keep that with me? No, I think I put that in I used to always keep it with me. I think it's in my personal house storage. All right, so anyway, let's get going, and I'll answer questions as we go. And let me see where I'm going to put the wiki page. I'll put the wiki page behind my stream so I can read it from this angle. Yeah, that seems like a... Let's put it there. Actually, why don't we put it there, and we'll put this here. There we go. That's good. Moving my things around on my screens. All right. Hello, what's up, Bean? All right. What's up? August, Ras, Elvin. Hello, sir. Terrence, hello. Bob, hello. I see you on your account there. All right, welcome, guys. Welcome. All right. So, we're off. First thing we have to do. What is the first thing the quest? Now, hold on. I'm just going to remove the other quest because I don't know about you guys, but I get a little bit too many things on the screen. Participate, we'll leave that one. Complete, that we're going to be doing that one. And intermediate, complete your instant... intermediate, that's another thing. So that will actually, if I do finish the intermediate one, I'll get another tracery. Ooh, I mean, I am going to try to do that. That's pretty good. All right, so anyway, year 9. First thing we need, set off fireworks. No, that's easy enough. I think it's like right next to us. Set off fireworks by the party tree. Okay, so we just got to set off fireworks. It's probably something I just got to click somewhere. Let's see where it is. Up, there they are. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's loud though. Isn't it loud? Oh my goodness. A great bundle of fireworks, all sorts and shapes, each labeled with a large red G for grand. The Hobbit children believe. It's not for Gandalf, it's for grand. Okay. All right, so that's that one, easy peasy. Again, these are kind of the scavenger hunts. They're fun to do with friends or other people as well. I like to do them sometimes when I'm just chilling and I'm like watching a YouTube video on the side while I like do stuff, right? Wow, that is really bright though. You can see the Wikipedia article in my glasses reflecting. That's a little bright. Maybe I'll leave that blocked until I need it. So the first thing, go to Barlamer Butterbur. They do it in a nice orderly fashion most of the time, I've noticed. The way they designed it, the devs. So you can usually go along the world orderly. Now, I'm going to be using a bunch of fast travel tricks, so I can do this faster. They do tend to feel like some of them took me like an hour and a half to do, but I don't think it'll take that long for all of them. Barlamer Butterbur and the Prancing Pony. Complete the Ford of Baruna Skirmish. Okay. Talk with the Radagast with a Brown in Agmar. Okay. Read the Chronicles events. Complete the Wizard's Veil. I'm going to have to look at the wiki for that one. I'm not sure with that one. But I know where he is. I'm supposed to scold Barlamer Butterbur. So why don't we go ahead and we're just going to swift travel back. Actually, hold on. I have a swift travel to Bree. I'm going to use my swift travels a bunch in this because I have all the fast travels. So I do recommend as you get reputation for places, make sure you go to the reputation vendors on whoever your main character is and double check if they sell a fast travel to their location. It really does help to have a bunch of them. And also, if you get the milestone skills on sale, you could hook those up to any milestone, right? Those are different, the travel skills and milestone skills. There's also something I highly recommend if you are new to the game or just never got it and you see it on sale. There are 3 different upgrades for milestone travel skills and port skill, travel skills. One's called the Expedient Traveler, one's called the Hurried Traveler, and one's called the Expert something. They all reduce cooldowns on milestones and travel skills, and it is so nice to have them all at 5-minute cooldown. So if you see those on sale, highly recommend it.
Service?
Especially if it's your main character. It only works per character, so you can't get them like on any character. Excuse me, you can get them on any character, but if you buy it on one, it doesn't go to every character in your account. That's what I mean. All right. Hello, Slat over on Twitch. When does this event end? They just extended it a week. So today's the 12th of the stream, May. You got a week. Is that the 7th? 17th or 18th? I don't know if they count this day or if they're jumping all the way to the 18th. I'm pretty sure the wiki or LOTRO said something about it. Let me see. I'll look real quick. Let's see. Extending event 19th. There you go. They extended to the 19th at -4 GMT. Okay, Eastern. That's your time. That's how long you have to do more anniversary stuff. which is awesome. I mean, I appreciated they did that. It was good. Oh, I got double things open. I don't want to do it like. I kind of worry to do it like that. I'll forget and close it. Hold on. I gotta change this up real quick for a second. We'll just leave the Wikipedia article over there. We'll use it over there. All right. I can read you guys' chat down here. Sure, glad to answer the question. All right, so we need to scold Butterbur. He's right here. So basically all it wants us to do is type /scold. Butterbur forgets to send this letter promptly. I shall roast him. Oh, that's a quite. I think Gandalf said that. All right, so now complete the Fords of Baruna skirmish. Let's just do it in order. Let's go ahead and do that. That should be easy to do real fast. So bring up Instance Finder. Oop, that's not the Instance Finder, guys. There's the Instance Finder. We want the Ford of Baruna. There it is. Now, I could do it at level 60. I guess I just will do it at level 60. I doubt it's that hard. It's solo. You could technically do it really low level, but...
The forces of the enemy have marched up to the bank of the Bruinen and await the sign to attack. Dark clouds roll in as a great storm approaches. If the ford falls, Rivendell shall not be far behind it. The battle is nearly upon you.
I'm going to switch to DPS instead of tank since I'm solo. Give me 1 second. Oh, by the way, I got the DPS gloves finally today. Ooh, that's loud. Ooh, that's loud. Let's turn that down. Let's do 40% for that music there. Combat sounds we'll do 50%. Sound effects we'll leave it 75 and there. It's a little. That was a little loud. It's epic music. A little loud. Okay. But I got the DPS gloves today in a tier 2 run I did with Alex and Fail and in our kinship, and I got them on the second boss instead of the last boss, and they dropped at 569. So like months later, yes, finally. All right, DPS. Let me put on my DPS. So I technically have the full DPS combo set now for my heavy. Finally, I have all 5 pieces, which are being blocked. So let me bring this out here so you can see it. Yeah, so that's nice. And put on these DPS. That's a Moria song they put in this. I love it. Okay. All right, there we go. We're in damage. All right, what do you want us to do, Mr. Elraandor? The drums have stopped, Zollin. No, they're not. I can hear them right now in my ear. The assault will come at any moment. Prepare yourself. Come, let us meet them in the middle of the ford and dare them to come forth. This ford will be your grave. Yeah. Sons of Elrond, I will delight in knowing your bodies will be floating here in the Baruna while I watch Rivendell burn. Oh man, that's pretty dark. I don't even remember doing this skirmish, honestly. This is why the history scavenger hunts are fun, because they kind of take you through stuff that you haven't seen in a long time if you are a long time player. Or if you're a new player, you're seeing stuff maybe you never saw before. Dude, because you're just jumping off the... That's funny. Oh, man. Prepare to die, giants. What are these guys doing over here? Just chilling? Take that. No! Come here! Music is epic, though. I love that music. Wait, is that a good circle or a bad circle? I think it's supposed to be a bad circle. Oh no. Oh no, it was white. It should be a good circle. Meaning good buff for me. Some of the older skirmishes have older models on some of the things. I know they've updated a few things, but it's really, really cool though with the rain. All right, a lieutenant of the enemy has joined the battlefield. It's this random pale trapper. And now he's dead. Man, is this really 160? I put it on tier 1. I'm just overly geared. Just like one-shotting everything. Kill giants in the Giant Valley? No way. That's so funny that that works. It's a regional quest. That's funny. I'm not going to accept it, but... Alright. Alright. This should be over soon. Skirmishes are usually not very long. And honestly, I should have put it up on difficulty 3 or something. Alright. Oh, yeah. That's a bad circle. Ouch. The square shouldn't be white if it's a bad one, though. A counterattack. A cackling voice comes from the north. Who is it? Is it this guy? You fool! My arrows will slay the sons of Elrond. Oh yeah? Let's see. Can it even slave stop me? Oh my gosh. Just absolutely murdered that guy. Oh man, it's not murder if it's war though. He came at me first. How loud is that horn, you guys? It's probably pretty loud. Hopefully not like ear-breaking loud. Oh my gosh, I can already see the difference in my numbers just from that extra 3% damage. And then of course the actual gloves themselves are giving me a ton of physical mastery and crit rating. I'm actually almost close to max with this gear and I don't even have the perfect jewelry. Also, what are my oh, those are good. Just full damage. I have no. Alright. Behind! Incoming volley! This is, come on. Give us a challenge, please. Oh my goodness. These guys are so weak. Where's that guy think he's going? It's a giant! Turn the tables! Oh, they want to play the horn game? I can play the horn game. Oh. Darn, I didn't get my emote out. I tried, guys, I tried. Alright, there should be like one more wave and then we'll be done with this. From what I remember. La 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 la. It's better now? Okay, good. I also turned down a little bit of my intro music, so you guys shouldn't hear, my intro music shouldn't be quite as loud. I've realized over the last 2 months that my intro music's a little loud, but I listened to it a few times for the streams. Alright. Is this the last? This is it? Oh, they're coming from that side now. Okay. Like, knock that guy on the ground and just cut him in half. Firewood for the wood troll. It is... The combo is still really strong on the guard to do Cataclysmic Shout, apply all your bleeds, and then just do Hammer Down and cash them all out. It's some serious damage. Because if I crit it, it's like literally like 300,000 plus damage. I mean, how much was that just now? I could probably look. It was 25, 25, 25, 35. So that's 115,000 plus 126. So it's 230. Oh wait, does this one count too? Cataclysmic Shout crit for 50,000 too. Wow. So it was like 250,000 that hit right there. Cataclysmic made it 300, which using the ability before. It actually can hit really hard. It's light damage. So I think maybe they struggle to have as much mitts from it. I don't know. All right, that should be it. We should be pretty much done here. Am I supposed to pick these all up? Am I literally supposed to go and pick these all up? Is this what I've been relegated to as a dwarf warrior? Go pick up these arrows. All right. All right. Oh, maybe not. We're getting attacked again. I don't know why I'm able to click these, but I'm just going to keep clicking them. Nope. There's still some more giants. They're one-shotting them themselves. What the heck? I guess this is the Sons of Elrond. They're no pushover. Oh, there's a basket up there. Am I supposed to bring them arrows? Should I have been doing this the whole time? Is that how I'm like supposed to win the... I don't know if I've been supposed to do that the whole time. Whoops. Guess I'll grab this last thing of arrows. Are they just gonna keep coming until I finish this? Might just, I don't think so. I think it's just an extra mechanic. Oh. Can't seem to put that arrow in, so. Honestly, it seems like they're having no issue dealing with this. I could probably just go AFK. Zollin just takes a nap in the middle of the river. You got this, Sons of Elrond. Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. They'll be fine. I mean, I just wish they'd drop like, you know, 30 NPCs for me to fight all at once. I should have put it on raid. Just kidding. Poison will burn in your veins. Oh no, I'm already dead. Okay. Incoming volley. Now we finish this face to face. Yes, good. The waters rise as the Brunner roars. There he is. 1v1 me. He's already almost dead. I just roared. That's all I did. What? What? Oh, he has a troll. They have a cave troll. Why is he being immune? Is that a thing I have to wait for, or something is... I think I need to bring him to the arrows. I think that's what it is. I think I need to bring him to... Is it the fire or the arrows? There must be something else to bring him to here. Oh, is he supposed to get hit by the water? Oh, okay, okay. Well, how do I know the right spot? Gosh, I do not remember doing this back in the day. What time is it? Yes, 6 p.m. For you. It's 3 p.m. for me, 6 p.m. Eastern. Hello there, what's up, Rat? Okay, I think he's supposed to get hit by those, but he won't. I'm struggling to pull aggro on him. Let's see if I use a couple of my aggro building abilities here. Alright, well, he does take some damage. The water keeps going by right here, so... Did it hit him? There it is, there it is. I did it. Yeah, it was that. I knew it. I knew it. Figured it out. Today marks a great victory. We would not have made it without your help. I don't know. Seems like you might have had it already, Elro here. Seemed like I was just a little bit excess dwarven power there. Alright, so anyway, we completed it, and I don't know if there was a chest to pick up, but it doesn't matter because we don't have to do it now. We are finished, so we need to go talk to Radagast. So You know, the fastest way for me to actually get to Radagast is, I believe, to take a swift travel back to our kinship house. And I believe the Stable Master has a swift travel to Ostguruth, which is very close to where he is. I do know where he is, so don't need to look at the wiki for that. Lego has a new set. I know, Rex, and I saw your post too in Return to Moria. It's very it's a Minas Tirith set, right? It's a very, very pricey Minas Tirith set. I'm lacking 2 things for that set: room in my room for it, and money. But it looks freaking awesome. It looks like a really good Lego set. I used to be a big... I have a bunch of Legos. They're actually in a box. Couple boxes. But I actually have a bunch of the original Star Wars Legos. Oh, what did I do? The game crashed. Oh, wait, well, look, guys. I was editing this thumbnail. No, do not save it. Hold on. I guess I'll bring the game back up. But yeah, I have a lot of the original Star Wars Legos. So I have, like... I even have, like, the Death Star that was more, like, to accuracy versus the one that was made later with the rooms, which was also cool. But I have a lot of those, like, the original Naboo Starfighter and all that stuff. And, I mean, when I was young, too, they were already... Some of them had already been out for a while. So, like, some of them had been coming out already in the 2000s when I was, like, old enough to, like, know what they were. But I do remember when I was like 6 years old, I just loved a lot of the Star Wars Legos. They kind of like, I remember they were before my time a bit, Star Wars Legos, because some of them actually came out like, didn't they come out like some of them in the 80s and stuff, and early 90s? And then they kept making them all the way through like 2010. And granted, there's still Star Wars Legos that come out, obviously. But like those original sets, that's what I'm talking about. They were kind of like from the like original, like the sequels, right? Trilogy. Elrond knows dwarves need the flattery. Yeah, exactly. Finally got my legendary weapons. Feel good, man. Yeah, they're strong. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The allies are like 40% of your character's stats. Like, it's really important. Especially, like, even end game. Like, your damage can be drastically different, or your tankiness, depending on your allies and what quality of ally, you know, traceries you have. Or mastery or whatever. All right, so we're back. We're back. We're gonna go to Ostguruth, right? That's what I said. We don't have an Ostguruth option, so we're gonna go to South Bree. South Bree has an Ostguruth option. Now entering Breeland. Oh, the music could be way louder. Come on, turn that up. It's my favorite.
What can I do for you?
You could give me a swift travel to Ostguruth, please. Thank you, sir. How high can you upgrade your allies? Oh, you want it for max level? They do, obviously, you know, they go with you, right? They grow with you. So right now, the max level for 160, and at this time, which they sometimes will bring it up even without the max level, they did recently, actually, is the item level 560. Now, you could see an item level increase in the next few months with one of the little expansions, even if there's not like a actual level expansion. Like for your character. So sometimes they'll bump up LIs where you can do a reforge basically at certain levels, and they also sometimes will do that with virtues. So right now virtues are capped at 100. You could see a little up where they might go to 102 or 105 or something in the future, but usually not so much until there's like a new raid bump up or something, or some reason that they want to increase the strength of all the characters, because it's a balancing thing too, right? But yeah, basically you can go when you get up and you get more and more. When you're max level, you'll have whatever your weapon is, or your class item, or whatever the other one is, legendary, and it will give you 2 heraldries. You'll have one on both. You'll have 4 words of craft on both, and then you'll get the option of 5 of the words of mastery, right? Words of power, excuse me. So like I got 2 on this one, and my belt has 3, right? They can't be the same. The only ones that can be the same are the heraldries, the 2 on the top, the 1 and 1 on both, and the 2 on the bottom. Now, if you're lower level, you're only gonna have 1 of these, and you're only gonna have like 1 or 2 in the middle. So as you get higher level, your legendaries grow with you, and then once you get to like, I don't know, it's like around level 100, right? That's when you have everything, I believe, all the slots. But you can see here, and obviously they have different qualities, right? So blue ones are kind of like second to best. And then if you get legendary qualities, those are the ones that have like the dark orangey color. You really don't want to have those yellow ones very long. Purple are okay. They're decent. Purple are definitely much better than the other color that's like that lightish yellow. That's like the minimum. The ones you really should upgrade first for gold are the words of power. Those are the ones, because it actually upgrades the flat percents. So like your actual damage percents will go up. Where like if you upgrade your other special abilities, it depends on what you want. But like for example, I believe Vexing Blow, actually it might get a percent increase too, but the physical rating goes up a little bit and stuff. Same thing with these. Like these will give you a flat percent, but their numbers go up. You can usually hover them in the Rivendell LI place, and it'll explain and show stuff. So I believe that Radagast is in here, from my memory, if my memory serves me correctly. Let's find out. I love the music in here, by the way. Really cool music. There he is! Radagast the Brown.
Greetings, friend of the wild.
Friend of the wild. Gandalf, I have been seeking you. I have urgent errand, and my news is evil. Then he whispers, Nazgul. So anyway, we're acting in Gandalf's stead in the story of the scavenger hunt. So that's why this is Tales of Gandalf. We are Gandalf in the storytelling, right? So it's like little flashbacks. Radagast was a master of changes of shape and hue and of lore regarding herbs, beasts, and birds. And he's not as crazy as he is in the Hobbit movies. As much as it's very funny, I feel like they gave Radagast a little bit of a disservice, even though he does kind of fail with his helping Middle-earth. He's too busy to help animals, but he does help occasionally. It's not like he's completely useless, but he's just mostly useless, right? We all have a friend like that. No, I'm just kidding. Poor Gandalf. Hey, thank you so much. That was so nice, Ras. What a nice super chat. Gold for the first stage LIs. LOL. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. That was so nice of you. I'm enjoying the LOTRO. Feels like the Middle-earth. Oh, absolutely. LOTRO is really, really good. It's hard for me with like, I'm a big fan of Peter Jackson's adaptation of the original trilogy, and but LOTRO actually, I think, does a better job in certain areas with showing stuff. But ooh, look, the room's all golden orange now. Sorry that it's a little bright because of the window, but you can see that these are all glowing orange up here. I hope the hump for Gollum is good. Me too. Me too. I'm actually, my hopes are, I'm very cautiously optimistic for the hunt for Gollum. More than I was for Rings of Power. I think that I have a lot more trust in Andy Serkis with, you know, the Gollum actor who's kind of leading a lot of it, and Peter Jackson. A lot more trust in them than I did for random people with Amazon's Rings of Power, which, let's not get into that. What's up? But is this scavenger hunt for max level, or can I do it at level 79? I believe you could do it at level 79 this one. It just depends on, there's some times where I'm doing the ones that are technically go into like level 100 areas. Just depends on if you can get to it. Like, so for example, Tale 9s of Gandalf, I believe you can. The Eagles are the Endless Stair. These are all places you can get level 79. Find Gandalf in Fangorn, you can get there at 79. Throne of Shadowfax. I mean, yeah, you should be able to get to Gondor, right? I know that's a little high level, but you should be able to get there with teleports, and just be careful. So you could probably do a lot of these at level 79. If they don't show up when you go to accept them, like to leave the year one when you've accepted everything and it's only the Ironshield ones and there's not a year one, that might be because you can only start at level 100. I'm not 100% sure on that. I can double check right now on the wiki. Let's see if there's like if it says there's like a limit on it. So here's the quest chain, by the way. You have to start with doing a year 1 Tales of Frodo, Travels, Towering, or Old Foes, and it will open the next year of ones you can do. Make sure I talked about this at the beginning of the stream, but make sure you pick up the oh my goodness, what's the Hobbit's name? I said it at the beginning, guys. Help me out. What's the Hobbit's name at the beginning? He gives you a quest basically to complete anniversary scavenger hunts. I think it's Waldo, right? Waldo, thank you, Waldo. Yeah, make sure you get that quest too when you're whatever year you're doing. Now, don't get confused. There's a girl that's also his same last name, and she gives out a quest to do the Eriador versions. And the only difference is they'll say Eriador, and then they'll say something and do something. There's like an Eriador at the beginning. Those are for lower level. Everyone can do, like, it's like below level 100, basically, areas. But you should be able to do them unless there's a level cap on accepting them. But I don't think there is, from what I know. And especially even if you're free to play, you should be able to do it. Okay, let's go to the next place. Read the chronicles of the event. Let's go ahead and look. Maybe that's inside the tower. Let's double check, so I don't like leave before I find out that it's not inside the tower. Scold Barlamer, talk with Radagast, read the chronicles at the Spire of Meeting. Okay. Okay, so that's in Rivendell. All right. Well, we're off to Rivendell. And then we need to go to the Holland Gate. I love the Holland Gate. Big fan. And no, I did not name my character Zollin because I knew the Holland Gate was a thing. Just so everyone knows. That was coincidental. And I love it. When I made the name Zollin as a child, I had no idea the Gate of Moria was called the Holland Gate. I learned that like 3 years later. That was just, I had a similar creative mind, I guess, on the naming there, because of dwarf names. All right. Rivendell. We need Rivendell, please. Horsemaster. All right, we're off to Rivendell. Hey, Entmoot! Thank you so much for the gifted sub, my friend. Several gifted subs on Twitch. Thank you so much. It's very nice, you guys. I appreciate the support. I thought that it would be nice to hang out on a Tuesday afternoon. I kind of felt like I told you guys recently that if I do some more streams, it'll be some more like just regular chatting while I do stuff in LOTRO, answer questions, guides. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a few more during the week because I feel like not everybody can attend. That's why I do stuff on the weekend because of work schedules, but some people have it open, right? And some people are different time zones. We have many time zones to watch. I appreciate everyone that's here. All right. And the nice thing is it turns into a video anyway, so no one misses out. They can see it later, right? So anyway, thanks for following and liking and subscribing and all the different things depending on the platform. Appreciate it. I'm at work right now. Shh, don't tell your boss. Zollin, speak quieter. I'm just kidding. No, I'm glad you're enjoying it. A lot of times different work obviously is great because, like, you know, maybe you work in a way that you always can watch something, right? Like, I totally get that. I've had a friend that worked at a job and it's like, it'd be just so boring and they could literally do it just as fast if they're listening or watching something as doing it without it. So I totally understand. All right, so we're supposed to do year 9. I get to play as Grima Wormtongue. That's what I was looking forward to playing today, for sure, 100%. That's definitely who I wanted to be. No, I'm just kidding. No. I did not want to be Grima Wormtongue. Hey, what's up, Lord Kev? What's up, Pippigrim? Hey, guys. Waldo Rumble? Yeah. Oh, supervisor for second shift. Okay. Yeah. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Yes, indeed. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
I was the steward of Saruman's household and ran his affairs from day to day. I was accorded high honor, and would still, were it not for Grima, the worm tongue.
All right, so that voice you just heard was the guy in front of us, Aka, right? Or Asa? I don't know how you say his name. It's this guy right here. Okay. They have been in long conversation, Grima. What do you think they are speaking about? What is that, Grima? You want to get closer? All right, but just a little closer. Grima's walk. The world is growing dangerous, even day. Radagast. I gotta get my voice lower. You have sensed it. Wizard voice. I have, Saruman, I have. My friend in the woodland are restless. Something has made them uneasy. I know what has made them so. The Nine are aboard once more. The Nazgul. The Nine? The Nine what? Could you make any sense of that, Grima? Our master holds you in closer confidence than he does me. Have you heard nothing of these matters? I need not be counted among the wise to know that they have Radagast's worried, and that gives me some reason to worry as well. I am sure our master will know what must be done. That is why he is a wizard, and we are the servants. We know our place, so do we not? We do. My servants come. They are disguised as riders in black, and seek a land called the Shire. Find Gandalf, and tell him that I will help if he needs me. I will leave at once, and if fortune smiles, I will find him before it is too late. Asa, show Radagast to his horse. Grima, stay here for a moment. This is pretty cool, because this is actually something that happens in the books. It is done. Radagast will find Gandalf, and he is to be found. I have doubt not he will speed with all haste here to Isengard. There are some other small matters I need you to attend to before my guest arrives. Grima did not think Radagast would find Gandalf, but he knew he would. At last, in midsummer, Gandalf himself came to Isengard. Some cool background original story here. What's up, Bean? Bean got one of those chests. Nice. Fort of Bruna are such awesome music instruments. They really are. They really are. All right, I'm just going to call him... I feel like Aka is a cooler name, but Asa? Or is it Asa? I don't know. How do you pronounce that? It's a double C, so I would assume the first one would be but it's a name, so you can... This is the confusing part of English. It's like I need to hear someone say it. Could be even Asa. Our master was right, Grima. The guards report that Gandalf was riding hard along the river, and now he is here. Radagast has done as he was asked. Let us meet Gandalf and bring him to Orthanc. Let us go meet Gandalf, Grima.
Why, yes, let us. Gandalf!
Gandalf, welcome to the Ring of Isengard.
I came as quickly as I was able. Worrisome tidings drew me hither.
My voice does not want to go low today.
Your master is the head of my order. I need his wisdom.
Normally I can go a little bit lower than that, but I think it's what I ate before I did my stream. It's like messing up my throat.
His knowledge will be your disposal, Gandalf. I know it will.
His library is extensive. The walls of Orthanc are lined with books and tomes. He has made a study of artifacts strange and mysterious, and they...
Did I ride with such haste so I might have the time to enjoy this account of yours?
Got him!
Age has not slowed your speech, Asa, nor give you the sense when speed is called for.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gandalf. I forget myself. I will bring you to my master, and Grima, you will see to your horse. We'll see to your horse.
Yes, I will.
Just kidding. Just like doing a little creepy Grima. The horse is like, guys, why did you leave me with the creeper? Gandalf's horse is tired from its long journey. You will benefit, and will benefit from a stay in the stables with food and water. All right, Grima saw that Gandalf's horse was stabled and walked with the wizard. He spoke lightly of many things, but I could see that he was troubled. Gandalf seems much older than I remember from his last visit. Older and weaker. Look at him there. Then look at our master. See how Saruman's garment glows. Gandalf's cloak seems to be tattered. It is charitable to our master to offer his wisdom to the Grey Wizard. Perhaps he could offer some finer clothing as well. If we get closer, we might hear what they are saying.
You sent troubling words to me by the way of Radagast, Saruman. You cannot intend to make me sit upon the steps of Orthanc like a patient vendor. I would not make that mistake, Gandalf. I know the well of your patience, and it is dry. I have not seen what awaits. I have seen what awaits for this Middle Earth. Ascend, Gandalf. We will discuss these matters beyond the hearing of my servants.
And then if you want the continuous, you must go watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and you see exactly what happens between him and Gandalf in upstairs. It's kind of cool, though. I love how LOTR gave us the actual... That is, by the way, Saruman did send Radagast. I'm pretty sure. I remember the books. I think that's like part of the story that's not mentioned in the movies. This is kind of cool to see the connection there. He's already got his cloak of many colors. And not it is falling to fame and power.
Stay out from underfoot. I do not want to be disturbed until I send for you.
But sir, who will you send? I'm the person that you send out.
I do not know what they discussed in the High Chamber, but I heard someone flying. I'm just kidding. Afterwards, only Saruman remained free to come and go as he pleased. Oh, look at this. It's Gandalf. We're on top of the tower. No, I will not be dissuaded, Grima. He is an old man and does not deserve this treatment as at the hands of our master. If Saruman feels Gandalf's plans to hatch an evil plot, keep him imprisoned, yes, but in comfortable quarters. The pinnacle is exposed to the elements. It is cruel treatment and not befitting Saruman the Wise. It is not our plan to challenge Saruman's decision, but I will do what I can to ease Gandalf's stay with us. An extra ration of bread will do no harm. There is no need to tell Saruman of this, of course. Gandalf! I have brought you something. Gandalf?
Bread does not interest me, Stuart. Can you give me freedom from Isengard? Only that would I welcome. I cannot spend the rest of summer pacing this rooftop. There is work I must do. Do you understand me? I cannot stay here. It is the will of my master Saruman that you stay here. Saruman. He has left the path of wisdom. He was not content with his station, and now styles himself Saruman of many colors. He boasts of forging his own ring and seeks to challenge Sauron for dominance. Madness. Thank you for the bread, Asa. You are welcome, Gandalf. My master must soon come to his senses, and will give you your freedom. Promise me that you will not tell our master about this. We have done nothing wrong, of course, but there is no sense of disturbing him. What is one more loaf of bread? No one will miss it. Grima gave me his word that he would keep my confidence. Well, there's your first problem. Grima was a liar! Oh, nice, Bean. I'm not sure exactly how that works on Twitch, but yeah, there is a sub goal on there, huh? That'd be pretty exciting. Pretty close. Yeah, it does something for the month, I believe, yeah. Greetings, Alright. So, we're Grima, and we're being all sneaky, everyone. So, everyone, put away your morals for a second. I'm just kidding. It's horrible. We're gonna be little tattletales.
Saruman! Saruman! I have some grave news. It's about my competition.
Saruman listens as you breathlessly recount Asa's recent delivery of a loaf of bread to Gandalf, and their ensuing conversation. His face is a thundercloud. Why did you allow Asa to do this, dog? What would you have done if he allowed Gandalf to come down? What would have been your answer if my worthless Stuart had freed him? Saruman masters his anger, but his tone is no less stern. From this point onward, none will climb the steps to the pinnacle save myself, and I will have Asa thrown into the dungeons, there where he will have time enough to consider this betrayal. He will have not even a crust of chew upon. Let him eat slop instead. You will perform Asa's duties in his stead until I have others for you, and I will, Grima. Soon you will return to your homeland, but not yet. Gosh, man. I was taken into the dungeons that very night, and I have been here ever since. Later, I believe we save him in the original story of the Isengard level 75 cap. I believe we save him in the story plot, but we're not going to do that for the thing because we're going to continue our scavenger hunt. But you can see we've already been doing the scavenger hunt for 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Now, granted, I could go a little faster maybe, but I'm reading the stories because it's fun. I can do some voiceovers. Use some voice of the ringsness. Grima lame tongue. Yeah, exactly. It's funny to me how much it reminds me of Screw Tape Letters. Isn't there there's a worm tongue in that too, I think, that C.S. Lewis wrote about. Really good book. Very dark and scary. But good insight. Alright. There we go. We're done. Now it's time to go to the Holland Gate, which I love. And we can go straight from the Rivendell Stablemaster here
So let's go. Zollin is going to go to the Holland gate. La, da, 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 da. La, da, da. I was having a really good time. I was in the Old Forest doing a scavenger hunt yesterday, and one of the viewers here on the channel saw me, who was playing on the server Glain here with us, and he was like, "Yo, Zollin." I was like, "Hi," just typing, chatting with a type, and it was nice to meet someone who. It's like, I'm a big fan. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. it was fun. But yeah, it's kind of fun. Everyone always feel free to say hi in game. I always mind. I'll tell you if I'm doing something and I have to keep going, obviously. Sometimes it's impossible if I'm doing like a special stream for something, blah blah blah, or a recording. Okay, so we want to go to Enchanduin, wherever that is. But I took it as a very nice compliment that he was all excited. Middle of the Old Forest. Oh my goodness, Entmoot! You gifted 5 more subs, sir! Hype Train level 2? I'm reading these terms. I will tell you guys, I'm still kind of learning the terminologies when it comes to the chats. Thank you so much, my friend. That was so nice of you. And Ras, thank you for the super chat. Yes, there we go. I guess that's we did it. Thanks for the support. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Get you there right on top of the stream. I know that it shows up on the side of the stream, but just a moment here to focus on the kindness. Thank you for that support. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was so nice of you. Appreciate that so much. That's super hypes. Yeah, thank you for the super chats too so much, Reb. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, so let's continue the story. So we are now going to go into, so yeah, if you're online, you're going to get a bunch of subs thanks to, there's a bunch of people who got it. A bunch of people got free subs there. Congrats. Thank you so much. That was so nice of you, Emma. All right, we are gonna, now I wish I need to try to figure it out if I can get Twitch to like, if you do certain things that it'll like change the lights in my room like I can do for YouTube. I looked into that. It's a little bit harder to do with Twitch, but you can like get bots to do it. I just don't know if I can hook it into my same light system. But I'll look into it. But no matter what, thank you so much for the support. Appreciate that very much. All right, so Holland Gates. This guy's what? His kinship name is Lord of the Rings? I'm gonna wave at this guy. Hello there. I am blown away. How do you have the kinship name Lord of the Rings? Why does the game even let you have that name? That's very impressive. That is definitely very impressive. Indeed, I am quite impressed. That must be, he must have had the kinship name from a long time ago before they banned certain kinship names and names from being used. Like, you can't, like, be, like, a Marigold or something, like certain character, or Frodo. You just can't use those names. No one can have it because they're main characters of the story, so they just don't let you use them when you're in character creation. But that is impressive. He doesn't have, like, a spelling thing that's slightly wrong, does he? No, that's crazy. Crazy cool. Yeah, what? Yeah, what indeed? But yeah, anyway, we'll give him a little cheer here for his cool kinship name. But yeah, okay. Well, all I can think is that he made that kinship name like 19 years ago, and there weren't any like rules with the kinship names. And then when he merged here onto the new server, it just let him keep it because they didn't change They didn't force anyone to change names unless they were copied names. So, and if they were, then you get a -1, right? Or another -1 if that name was already, that's how it kind of worked. All right, we're going to ride up to the Holland Gate. We're here in the Walls of Moria. Beautiful area. Don't you love the sounds of the crickets and frogs at max potency? They're loud. I love that you can zoom so far out now. They added about a 1/3 distance increase to zooming out from your character, and it makes it really fun for getting visual shots for streams or for recording or things like that. Oh my goodness. You're spoiling me at Move 49. He completed level 2. He got one more sub to get us over the thing there. I just started the game today. Congrats, Steve. Nice, Thief Stalker. Nice. That's awesome, man. Well, there is no better time to start the game. It's LOTRO is super fun. The community is great. The new servers have been awesome. There's always things that are being worked on with development and stuff, but I think it's just absolutely awesome. Such a fun game. Feel very blessed. Got a great community here on the channels and got a wonderful kinship in game. We play on the server Glamdring. Thief Stalker, if you are on NA North American and you're picking a North American server, if you want to pick Glamdring, be in the same world we are, you're welcome to. All three of the 64-bit servers are great, have great populations, great people. But it does matter what server you're on for seeing there's like, the dimensional worlds. Of course, if you're in Europe, you may want to pick a European one. You're going to have a little less ping then. Your ping will be quite a bit more. But most of the time in LOTRO, depending on if your internet is good where you are in Europe or North America and vice versa, the ping isn't like, you can still play the game. Now, I guess if you're doing really, really hardcore raiding at the end of the game, it could be a little challenging if you slightly have a higher ping. That could definitely be maybe a slight issue, but if you're just having fun playing the game and doing generic stuff, I don't think with this kind of game you're going to have a drastic issue with that. For example, like League of Legends, you really can't have high ping. You literally can't function as a good player if your ping is too high, right? If you guys know what League of Legends is, it's a very different kind of game. It's not an MMO. But the input is literally like milliseconds. If you have a second longer input than someone else, you will literally not be able to respond to their abilities, right? That's what I'm talking about. All right. I guess I meditate at the Holland Gate. Okay, hold on. I was in the right spot. This is the Holland Gate, except it's open. Meditate / meditate. There it is. These doors were no secret in the days of Doran. In the days of Doran, they usually stood open, and any who knew the opening word could pass in. Belloc. Now, granted, Gandalf opened it, and then, of course, the Dwarven company of the Iron Garrison came in behind about 4 or 5 months later, which is what LOTRO shows us. Now, another wonderful Lord of the Rings game, even though I think LOTRO stands the best when it comes to lore, but another one that respects the lore very immensely, very good, is the Return to Moria survival game. It's more of a buy it once, play it with your friends game where it's like one server. It's not an MMO. Very different kind of game. But it's interesting because they had a slightly different take on the dwarves returning to Moria. They returned in that game like after the War of the Ring, right? Where Lord of the Rings Online makes it where a group of dwarves kind of return to Moria right after the Fellowship go through, within like 6 months. And you can play through the story. Now, what version I like better? It's not really like I dislike one or the other. I mean, I kind of prefer the storytelling of the LOTRO's version with the timing, but I really do like how Return to Moria did it and the story, and it fits very good with the lore, because Tolkien doesn't give us exact time frame. He does mention the dwarves return there, though. So it's kind of like your guess on when, right? All right, so now I'm supposed to remember, it says I need to do a few things here. I need to gather remembrance around Zorak Zigil in the Endless Stair and the Bridge of Khazad-Dum. All right, well, I know where Zorak Zigil is, which is probably one of my favorite things to say. Zorak Zigil.
The House of Durin
will live forever! Yes, I agree. Zorak Zigil. I need to go... Let's see, let's go to 21st Hall. Fast travel, because Moria is flippin' massive. If we don't fast travel, it'll be 20 minutes crossing it. You guys are like, didn't it take 3 days for the Fellowship? Yes, it did. It did. Oh my goodness gracious. Edmund! Bro. I want to break the record. I think you broke the record. I don't think anyone's done this many subs on my Twitch at once on a stream. So it says sub gift cheer 5 level. So you do you unlock all this for us? Is that what all this is? Again, I'm still kind of learning how Twitch, all the different things work with Twitch. I mean, I've watched Twitch other streamers before, but rage out, like, so are these all like things we unlocked? Unlockable emotes. Okay. Unlock now. All right, I guess I can I choose which one? This one's kind of hilarious. Can I like, I guess I might have to do it from my Twitch side, not this little, apparently you're the, cheers, get ready, you're the conductor now? All right, well, you're the train conductor now. Gift 1 sub, that's me, okay. Wow, all right, that's awesome. What does this do when I click this? Help with, oh, see, that's if I was gonna do it. I see, it's doing it from perspective of if I was a viewer. Okay. Wow, well, thank you so much. No, it's a gift to people who contribute to the train. Oh, got it. Okay. Nice. Thief Stalker said, I played WoW for many years, put my toes in Warhammer Online. I didn't even realize there was a Warhammer Online. I've heard of it, but I've never really played it. I'm new to Lord of the Rings, but abilities are a bit overwhelming. It is. I definitely think Lord of the Rings is actually like a bit more complicated than WoW sometimes. I've played WoW quite a bit. Like, they're both great games. This is, again, not... People sometimes take it that I'm jabbing at WoW. I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, LOTRO actually is a standalone, very interesting game, and it has a lot. I love Return to Moria. Yeah, nice. We're going to be doing a live stream of Return to Moria pretty soon with some of our builder squad. We have a private server we made, and they have built something very impressive. Very impressive. And I haven't even seen all of it myself. I saw just a little glimpse of a picture they sent me. So we'll be covering that. It probably not this weekend, but I'm thinking maybe next weekend. I don't want to promise if I don't do it. So with the timing, it just depends. I have an orchestra performance this weekend, so I kind of am swamped, but hello, welcome to the stream, you guys. What's up, Duck? Hello, Duck. Welcome to the stream. All right. Anyway, well, thank you for all of those gifted subs. That was a huge. That really means a lot. I appreciate that support, all of you guys. And again, Rast, thank you for the super chat too. But that really means a lot. I've been doing the channels full time now, and recently YouTube has just been like. It's been a little challenging recently. I don't know why that is. It's just been like really like the algorithm just isn't doing what worked good before. 2 months before.
The shadow of Mordor will
so I
not
appreciate
long
the support,
fill
guys.
the halls of Khazad-Dum.
Thanks for that. You don't care to hear all that. Let's move on. Let's see here. So we want to go to Zarak-Zgil. I think I can go to it from here. There it is. All right, let's bring up the wiki for a second here and see where in Zarak-Zgil we have to go. So the Endless Stair, the Bridge of Khazad-Dum, I know where it is. I know where all those are. But Zarak-Zgil, Durin's Bane. Okay, so one of them is by Durin's Bane. Let's go see the Balrog's corpse. I'm sure you guys want to see that anyway, right? The doors to the clouds. So this is near the top, and we just took the Endless Stair up all the way. So we are now up in the top of the Great Misty Mountains. All right. So we came out of a door here, out of the cracked side of the wall. So welcome to... You can kind of see the tower broken up there. But if we walk down here, we can actually find... It's a very windy, stormy up here. There it is. It is the corpse of Durin's Bane. Okay, let's go down there. I could have used my mount, but I thought it was a little more epic to just walk there. Oh! Ow! All right, here it is. Now you can zoom out more than you used to be able to, so I should be able to get a really good angle here of how big it is. So here is Durin's Bane. Still smoldery after all this time. Now, yes, they did put some wings on there. I know some people very, very disagree that the Belrogs have wings and vice versa. It's almost like, I think, a meme amongst us Lord of the Rings fans, right? Anyway, there it is. Let's see if I can get a good angle on it for you. It's kind of hard to see. It's starting to go like, there's dread on him when you're here. So your character gets all like scared. But yeah, this is where he struck the ground and Gandalf knocked him off the tower. Oh gosh, I can't see anything through the blizzard. You see the tower? There's a tower. Can I see it through the blizzard? It's there, I promise. There's a tower up there somewhere. But yeah, there's a Belrog. And they kind of gave him horns. Now, personally, there he is. There's a good shot of him. Personally, I think in the description in the book, from what I see, is that I think it's supposed to be wings of like a smoke effect. Maybe they were like shaped of wings, but they were more like a smoke screen of wings. I think that's kind of what Tolkien said. But I do kind of like the whole fallen demon-esque look, especially that Peter Jackson did for being really giant, because in the books we actually know that the Belrog was big, but he really wasn't as big as we saw in the movie. But when it came to a movie perspective, I don't think it would have hit the same way if it would have been like a 9-12 feet tall demonoid character. I think more like an alien monster, right? It looks more like an actual human in stature. I think it, and remember, Maiar can shapeshift. So it's not super of a stretch that when they were evil that they just shapeshifted in this giant demonoid, dragon wing monster, right? It's not like super far-fetched, because they could do that, right? We know that Gandalf took the shape of an old man, but he's not an old man, right? He's the same spiritual creature, like an angel, and like it kind of compared to our world as the Belrogs are, right? They're the same creatures, the Maiar. There are some differences of strengths between them, and it's a little bit undefined in certain ways. Tolkien kind of left things a little bit for fun, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like how the movie one looks, even though there is some really cool art of him being more like a tall human demon that's like 12 feet tall in some of the artwork as well. Because if you remember in the story, when Gandalf is in the books, when they're running, in the movie they make it like it's trying to break through the wall to get to him. But in the actual story, Gandalf flips around, they shut a door, a really huge defensive, big bulky door. And Gandalf starts chanting a sealing spell on the door. And the Belrog on the other side starts counter chanting, basically, a spell against Gandalf. And remember, they're both, basically, long story short, Gandalf is an angelic kind of creature in Middle-earth helping for the good side, for Iluvatar, right? And the Belrog is basically a fallen demon, right? And very powerful evil, too. That kind of fell away from the true god and started all serving Morgoth, right? But bottom line is, in the book, it's so cool because basically Gandalf tries to hold him back with the spell and it knocks him back, right? And Aragorn helps him, and they run farther down the hall, and then he tells Aragorn, he's like, he almost broke me. Like Gandalf almost just like outright there got knocked out, right? Like in that moment in the book, and which went to show you that Gandalf is not a weak character in any sense of the imagination when it comes to power, like prowess. And the Belrog, it's the reason why he died, right? Gandalf died to kill the Belrog, right? We know that in the story. All right, there we go. So anyway, we read our spot. We're done here. We can leave. But I just wanted to talk about the Belrog since we were here, because that's Voice of the Rings for you. If I have a chance to talk about lore in Lord of the Rings, I'm going to take it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I really think this spot is really awesome in LOTRO. Now, I believe this is actually an instance. Isn't this the Hall of Mirrors? What is this? Or is this the way out? Is there another way in? Oh, I forgot. You can get through the peaceful paths through here.
The Iron Garrison has suffered grievous hurt here in Moria, but there is joy too.
All right, so I'm going to go through this passageway to get out. I like hearing lore. Nice, Entmoon. I love it. I know that's why you guys are here. I always try to weave in a little bit of lore when I do my streams and videos, because it's fun. And I feel like, even though I'm someone that I just love this stuff, I feel like I constantly am like learning new little tidbits. I think that's why why Tolkien's world is just so amazing. I'm constantly like just learning new tidbits. Oh, look, there's another player coming through. All right, so we need to go to the last places. So we need to go to the Endless Stair and the Bridge of Khazad-Dum. The wiki page just keeps saying error over and over. It's not very helpful, wiki page. All right, do I have a stable master near me, I hope? Sort of. Ah, Sulnundum. What's this? Is this a deed? What is this? Oh. Find the statue's arm. This is a quest I've never done. Oh my goodness. I don't remember that quest back. Is that like a new quest? I did Moria a lot back when it came out. I'm really surprised how I missed that. All right, so we need to go to the Endless Stair, the Bridge of Khazad-Dum, and I think that's probably it.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Why didn't I have this location? Weird. Maybe it refreshed it. When, okay, so Bridge of Khazad-Dum, and let's go to the Endless Stair first. Okay, so we need to go down to the Shadow Refuge. All right, we're going to have to go actually to the Chamber of Crossroads first. We're going to have to teleport around here. By the way, this is the Underground Gardens of Moria. I actually did an entire lore video, if you want to check out my lore playlist, a couple years ago. I had a whole lore video on the dwarves, and they're basically, Tolkien describes the dwarves as ingenious.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
They bring the light into dark places, right? The dwarves are actually like almost the counter to evil that's underground, right? Because elves really just don't go underground. I know there's a spot where elves are underground, but usually elves don't like delve deep into the ground, right? So the dwarves but dwarves can't just live underground in a dirty hole, right? So like they build these massive halls. They have lighting systems with crystals that bring light in. They have light systems with mirrors that bring light from the sky. You can see them here in the game. Bring light into the tunnels. They have air systems to bring new fresh air through they have water systems. That's why there's literally an entire place called the Waterworks. They have gardens, which is what I talk about, with the special lighting, and it keeps their air quality good because there's underground trees and farms and animals. So dwarves, I feel like, get kind of a bad rap in the movies a little bit, where I love the dwarves in all the trilogy, The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but I feel like they don't get the respect that they're actually just another people, right? Like, they do, but they don't. People think they're like joke that, they just come out of holes in the ground. They're just dirty little, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not grandeur underground kingdoms, which I feel like if you read the books, and most of you probably here watching read the books, so you probably know that already. But LOTRO does a really good job of showing that, and I love that about LOTRO. I need to go to the deepest underground. There it is. They've also added other horse stable masters, I noticed, and updated the travel mounts from when last time I've been in Moria because of the legendary servers went past it. Oh, thank you so much, Ras, for the super chat. Thank you. Can you do purple? Yellow is complimentary. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Very nice of you. It should, did it already change to yellow? Yeah, it looks like it already changed to yellow. So, it's really like glowing back there. My helmets are super gold up above my head where it says Voice of the Rings back there. Alright, I'm opening this hype chest. It gave some little angry bird. Thanks for the hype chest. Yeah, see, we just got a little angry bird from opening all of those. Share. I just share it. It's the it's the cuckoo bird, guys. Cool. All right. So we're going to be going through the shadows. So now let's talk about another fun lore thing when we go here. Always thought Gandalf was I missed that one. I didn't. Hold on. Okay. Always thought Gandalf was the coolest for downplaying his power instead of being a show off. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I was going back and reading what I just read there. Absolutely, 100%. Gandalf was he literally holds back his power. That's why Gandalf doesn't want the ring when Frodo offers it to him, because Gandalf could be scary strong. Like, that's like why he came into Middle Earth literally holding back his power. Like, that was like the thing. And of course, he also has the Ring of Fire, which is one of the elements that he was affiliated with, kind of. And that is one of the reasons. And Círdan, the shipwright, gave Gandalf that ring, right? Like, he's the one that gave it to him. And that made Saruman angry. Thousands of years before Saruman actually turns bad. He just was a little jealous. Keep in mind, Saruman was not always a bad guy. Saruman actually was kind of cool. And poor Alyu the Smith, man. He literally sent Saruman to be kind of like a defense against Sauron, because he was also one of his Mire that turned bad. And then Saruman turns bad. I feel like Alyu the Smith is just like, oh my goodness. Everyone I send to Middle Earth to try to help is just getting turned evil. Alyu the Smith is also the god who made the dwarves. And then, of course, Iluvatar then ordained it and gave them souls, because otherwise he couldn't have made them. That's a long story. Make sure I didn't. I wanted to ask, how come you can play as a Bjorning in this game? I thought they were the only ones left in the mid. That's a good question. That's a little bit of a stretch in the lore for the game. Absolutely. They do a good balance between, in Lord of the Rings Online, they do a good balance between keeping things fun and also keeping faithful to the lore. But basically the idea of the what if scenario for Lord of the Rings Online is that Bjorn actually found someone and had more Bjornings. So you're a child of Bjorn, right? That's kind of the background of it. I'm like totally trying to get to the lower part and I always get lost here. So forgive me. I will remember sooner or later where to go. Oh, by the way, here's some of the nameless. Check this guy out. Straight out of Alien. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. These are the things, by the way, that Gandalf said in later. He was happy that he was fighting the Balrog because these guys were in the shadows watching as he fought the Balrog, and he didn't want to deal with these. I love the nameless in Lord of the Rings Online. It really brings out them being terrifying evils. Yeah, basically the nameless weren't created by anyone either. They were like, my gut feeling, this is my theory, okay? This has no basis in any of in the text. This is my theory. My theory is that Tom Bombadil is the creation of the world, of like the good and the singing and the magic, right? When they created it with the Song of the Ainur. And I believe that the nameless are kind of the darkness that Morgoth was bringing in, but they kind of created themselves in the pits of the world. And the nameless were not created by Morgoth. Kind of like how Ungoliant wasn't created by Morgoth and almost kills Morgoth, right? They're kind of like, they're like abomination manifestations that weren't created by really anything. They were kind of just brought in by happen chance. So that's my theory with the nameless. That they're kind of like almost an opposite of Tom Bombadil. Even though, not exactly. But great, take it with a grain of salt. But that's just my fun theory. I've never heard anyone say that before. That's what I thought up one day. So maybe I'll make a lore video on it. Patent the idea. No, I'm just kidding. It's just my idea. I thought one day. I thought it was kind of interesting. I'm sure other people probably had similar notions and thoughts on it. Now I need to go to the bottom of the Endless Stair, which is actually on the other side of the lake. Right there. There it is. So this is one of the lowest points in Moria. And this is called the Foundations of Stone. And there's actually a really cool raid that the elves of Lothlorien actually send in an expedition, and they go to fight the Nameless to get rid of them, because there's an actual demon opening like a void, which is again a LOTRO thing. Here's a very infected troll. Disgusting. I want to show you guys something really cool real fast. Right over here, there's a little Easter egg that I would like to show you. Don't worry, guys. The green water is totally not toxic, and Zollin is totally immune. It'll be fine. So, first off, this thing right here, I want you to maybe think what that might be. You might remember in the movie when Gandalf falls with the Balrog, that he falls into a lake. This is the lake. This is the room that you see in the movie. So there's actually a crack up there, way up there, and this is a piece of the bridge. This is a piece that broke off when Gandalf said, "You shall not pass." And if you notice... Where's Gandalf? There it is. There it is. Look at this. Look at this right here, guys. What do you think that is? All right, Bean asked a question. I'm not sure, but I think that... Yeah, correct, Bean. I think that's how they... Yeah, Bean, your description is good about the Bjornings. It's Gandalf's hat! Right? So this is Gandalf's hat here in the middle of the lake. So when, they fell in the water, he was probably fighting the Balrog, and then he fights him all the way up that staircase, which is actually a raid in the game, which is freaking awesome. It's a flashback raid where you have to fight the Balrog, and one of the flashback fights are back when the dwarves fought him, and then there's another one where you're fighting him up the stairs, and it's a flashback like you were Gandalf, and you're fighting all these waves of demonoid monsters, and it's pretty cool. But it's kind of, again, a little bit of a stretch when it comes to lore, but it's more of fun for the players to kind of experience some of the backstory. It's really cool. Really, really cool raid. And then of course, the piece of the bridge right here, which for some reason I can't walk up, but here's the thing we need to click for the scavenger hunt. See if I can click it here. Oh, maybe not. I take it back. This one is for a different part of the scavenger hunt, apparently. So where do I need to go? This must be the Ironshield scavenger hunt, or one of the other ones later, possibly. Maybe I'm going to be back here. Oh goodness. So Endless Stair, Bridge of Khazad-Dum, that's above us. Let me go ahead and look at the wiki one more time. What is wrong with this wiki page? I feel like there's so many people doing these scavenger hunts, the LOTRO wiki is just exploding. Huh. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna open a different browser to do this. Oh, it's definitely the LOTRO wiki. Wow. The other browser is also struggling to open it up. Oh, it's 100% the LOTRO. It's the wiki for sure. It's really struggling. Well, it definitely doesn't help me out very much now, does it? Hello? Wiki? Hello? Maybe it crashed. The wiki page. Like, that's bad. That's not my internet. You guys, clearly I'm not laggy. It's not me. It's the wiki page. Huh. Okay, well, we're on our own, boys and girls. Buckle up. Zollin's going to figure it out the old-fashioned way. All right, I'm going to try to use my brain here. So, again, Endless Stair. We're going to go around to the other side of the Endless Stair. I bet you one of them is there. And then I know where to go for the Bridge of Khazad-Dum. So, good thing I know my way around Middle-earth. All right, I'm going to swim. Can I get out? I believe what I remember, there's a spot I can get out of the water over here. So I'm going to swim across this misty lake with all these terrifying sounds. Pretty sure there's a way to get up. I'm really going to regret swimming out on this lake with a stream if there's no way to get up over here. But my brain tells me there is a way to get up over here. Don't see it. I think my brain is telling me there's something right over here. I'm just gonna trust my instincts. I know I've swam through this lake before, one time in the past 19 years. Of course, I was a child at the time, so... Oh! You guys can still hear me, right? Okay, there we go. I froze for a second in the game. Osdunhoth. Fearwing in LOTRO doesn't... Oh, okay. Okay, Fatashare, okay. Following goal met, you guys. You're amazing. Look at that. Someone just clicked follow on Twitch, and it just said 740 followers. Appreciate it. Sweet. And I was... See, this is why you trust your instincts as a dwarf. I have a natural instinct on know where to go underground, guys. I also know how deep I am if it was D&D. Alright, we're going this way. I'm actually... I've always, you know, without sounding too braggy, I've always been pretty good at my directions in real life, too. I'm not good at names, though. Like, at places. But, like, you tell me, like, where you need to take you, and I can take you there. Dark, daytime, whatever. Like, I can remember things based on trees, locations, you know, mountains. I just kind of struggle on, like, street names. Like, what street is the cross street? I'm like, I don't know. It's by Ralph's. No, I'm just kidding. No. It's like, oh, very helpful, Zollin. There's like 10 of those. Here's one of the other nameless creatures. Yeah, look at that thing. Straight out of the movie Alien. Look at him. He's so cool. Look at that. Oh. Dang, so cool. So this is actually the entrance to the raid instance.
These halls will be great once more.
This is it. The nameless raid down there. We might do that with our kinship maybe this summer if we have time. Look, I mean, just look at these guys. Look at these guys. Freaking terrifying. Doesn't even have eyes. It's a nameless terror. Anyway, I love them. I think LOTR did a fantastic job with the nameless. Because like that's kind of how Tolkien describes them, as just an absolute evil, and that like not that exact wording, but really, really, really scary. And Gandalf was actually scared of them, which Gandalf's not really scared of anything in the lore. But he basically says he was happy he was fighting the Balrog because he was terrified of the things in the shadows, basically. The Balrog kind of kept them at bay to an extent with all his fire and magic. Anyway, here's the Endless Stair. Let's make sure we don't miss the... I'm going to put floating names on. Make sure I don't miss the... I'm assuming that we'll see that little thing to click on, little floating book for the quest, somewhere up these stairs. And no, we will definitely not be running up the entire length of the stairs. And I don't believe you can. I think they're broken from the Balrog fight. So you have to like go to them in different spots. But I bet you at the top of these, after a few winds, there will be the thing we need to click. That's my guess. They probably wanted to force us to run up the stairs, which is great for a stream. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear that car in the other street, but man, it is loud. Do you hear that? I don't know what that is. It's really loud. All right, we're almost there. Climbing the Endless Stair. Only... Oh, look at that. There it is. Ha ha, Zollin called it. Who needs a Wikipedia article when you can just figure it out yourself? All right, we're going to do our little click here. Get our achievement here. Boop, boop. All right, you recall past adventures. You can then see a great shot of the lake. There it is in all its glowing, scary horror. And now we're going to go up to the Bridge of Khazad-Dum. So, to get to the Bridge of Khazad-Dum quickly, what were the last two places? Endless Stair and the Bridge of Khazad-Dum. I think the Bridge of Khazad-Dum probably has in 2 spots, I would assume. So we are going to get there quickly like this. Whee! Bang! Oh no! Another LOTRO streamer? Hello there, what's up? Welcome, Donkey. Sudin says the wiki website is down right now. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's too many people trying to do scavenger hunts. That's alright, we're gonna use our own combined brain power, and if I get really confused, I'll ask you guys in the stream. But I'm pretty confident on where to go for these next ones. I just need to get to basically... I need to get back up to the Stable Master real quick, which I believe is like a roundabout one of these pathways that leads up. Nope. It's above us. It's above us. There's a way to get up and around. It's like a loop. I always despise this spot when I played in this area. You always get lost going up and down it. Okay, so I think I can go... That takes me out. I believe one of these takes me up. I just have to look. There's a pathway. Is it this one? I think it's this one. And then I go up that, I think. There we go. Yeah, we found it. We found it. There's elves. All right, elves. What is your stable master? It's the Shadowed Refuge. Refuge is a very weirdly spelled word. All right.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
A little bit, but not too bad. Not enough where I need any help. Let's see. Do I need to go to the second hall camp and right over here? I have a feeling that you're gonna have to go to both sides of the bridge. That's my gut feeling. That's what I think they're gonna do. So I'm wondering if I should start here and ride down and then ride back up over, or if I should just go here and ride over. Let's see. Can I go to the second camp? I'm just gonna go to the second camp. I don't know it anyway, so I'll just pay a mithril and get there and learn it on this character. I want to know every single stable master in the world. They added them later with the new legendary server, so I just haven't been here. Pat, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for... Thank you, Patty, for this. Yes, we appreciate it. Appreciate it. Wow. Look at all these more gifted subs. You guys are just absolutely spoiling me over on Twitch here and YouTube. Yeah, we have a lot of people who have subbed on Twitch today. All right.
The Lords of Moria have returned.
The Lords of Moria have returned. All right, this might not be the place to go. I think this is going to be too hard to get all the way up, so we're going to go there.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
Do I really look that lost? Like, I mean, they're still asking me if I'm lost. I'm not lost. I know where I'm going. Now give me a horse and point me in the right direction. What? Oh, wait. Hold on. I didn't know I could just walk right up this path. Forget that. I may have wasted a mithril, but that's okay. It was worth it. So, basically, if you're curious, I did the math on mithril, and it's pretty much one mithril is like 10 cents US. So it's like you shouldn't just waste them like I just did, but it's not as drastically bad sometimes to use for a teleport if you need to. I definitely think it's worth sometimes saving your time. Like, you do have to do the math. Is 10 cents worth your time more than like 5 minutes of walking? Right? If you have the mithril, you might want to use it for buying a house, I know, or something else. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with mithril. But I think one of the things is using just one single one to get to a stable master you've never been to and save yourself 20 minutes of walking. I think it's worth it. If you're saving your mithril and you only have a couple and you've earned them, then maybe it's not worth it for you. But I have quite a few stored up, so. All right. The cracks. All right. I love this music. Listen to this music. It's freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome music. All right, everyone, look for a tome. Tell me if you see it. Should be somewhere around here. It's my guess. I called it. Oh, that goat was loud. I recall what happened here. Gandalf fought the Balrog, and it fell down. And there, look! Oh, look! There's the other one, guys! Alright, where's my flying mount when I need it? There's no flying mounts. Alright, so we're gonna have to get to the other side. So, unfortunately, to the north! Also, while I'm at it, I'm going to turn on movement speed increase for my horse here. Hold on one second. My goat. I have a little bit of I have goodies in here. I can do 20% faster. Save us a little bit of time running around. There we go. Give me 6 hours of a movement speed buff. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you add 20% speed and you've been walking for a long time, you notice the difference after a while. All right. Anyway, this again is the Great Chasm, right? The Crack's Edge. sounds like someone's just gonna moon someone. I'm just kidding. LOTRO Wiki's not working. Time for Zollin Wiki. Yeah, exactly. I'll do my best, guys. Anyone got questions? No, just how do professions work in LOTRO? Okay, that's a good question. I can answer that while we walk. Basically, they're crafting professions, and you choose them at the start. You choose them at any level, really, but usually you want to choose them when you start your character because you might want to do stuff as you go. Basically, I have a full guide video on it if you need it, but I'll give you the fast version. Basically, after you choose it, you start with a level of profession, and you have to craft a certain amount to get your XP up past that first anvil. Then, when that first anvil is done, the next level will open up. So, apprentice to journeyman, and on and on. If you get the gold one finished, master tier, filled out, and you'll notice if it's not finished, you'll have a little bar for XP. It will give you more options for critting options and doing like better choices of things. Look at this view, by the way. Look at this. So cool. And basically, different crafting professions give you different things you can make. Some of them are very helpful for endgame with different things, depending on metalsmiths are the ones that make heavy armor, shields, things like that. Great profession. Tailors are the ones that make medium armor and light armor just in general. They do other things too, both of them, but let's just generalize. Jewelry does what it sounds like. It makes jewelry, which is important. They also can make hope tokens, which is something always used at endgame. Prospector is the one that allows you to pick up the different mines around the world. That you see them, and you have a little scout skill, so if you see them, you can pick them up. Also, I'm going to click on this guy because
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-Dum.
I have a trick. I'm going to let this guy take me part way so I can talk, and I won't have to actually focus on my walking. It'll automate it. Prospector, again, is also how you refine different ores and different things. So, for example, if you look at refining, you can turn your ore pieces, not ingots, your copper ore. I'm saying the word. What is wrong with me? Your copper ore into ingots. That's how you do it. You have to have a prospector. So a lot of times you do want to think about combos. Now, every character can have up to 3 professions. You can technically buy a 4th one now using LOTRO points if you want to on that character. But you don't have to because you can kind of trade stuff between characters. So you really only need 3 characters if you want to do every crafting profession. You don't have to do every crafting profession, but you can. I have every single one. Obviously, being the guild leader, I kind of make stuff for people and help stuff. But basically, that's prospecting. And then you have Forester. Forester is the one that can basically tan hides, and they can pick up the trees around the world and make the wood into logs. They're basically, those are the 2 gathering professions in the game. And then you have Farmer and Cook. Farmers can gather, but anyone can gather farmer supplies. Farmers, basically, you literally farm at a field and they collect supplies that are used usually for cooks. Cook food is very important. It's also a really great way to level stuff up. And cooks are actually the best way to make a certain moat turn in for a high level thing to get embers. Cooks are the best ones because it's the cheapest, basically free ingredients that you can get by just buying supplies from a vendor NPC instead of having to mine them around the world. And then, of course, you have other ones like a weaponsmith, armsmith, and they make... it's the weaponsmith and the... Not armsmith, the woodworker. Woodworker does like bows and stuff and different things, and weaponsmith makes weaponry. What it sounds like. Technically, there's a scholar. They also do a stuff or end game, and they can make a lot of different pots and different healing pots and things like that. That's a really good one as well. Scholars actually give you a collecting thing too. I forgot. They give you a collecting thing where you're allowed to collect like ancient boxes around the world. You'll click on a box that's like in a fortress and it'll say you have to be this level scholar. That's why you have to be a scholar to pick it up. So scholars actually pick stuff up too. So scholars, prospector, forester, I believe, are all the ones that can pick stuff up around the world that you have to pick up those certain items. All right. So anyway, here we are. We're gonna go outside.
Return soon to his halls.
But hopefully that kind of answers a little bit. If you'd like a full, like, comprehensive how to do it, because later there's, like, guild levels and stuff you have to get, which are a little bit more complex than the basic stuff I just talked about. I have a whole video called My Comprehensive LOTRO Guide on YouTube. a comprehensive crafting guide. It's just under an hour. I kept it under an hour. I tried really hard to make it as short as possible, but it pretty much has everything you'll need to know all the way up to 160 crafting. Hopefully that helps you out. Etmoan says, I recommend Scholar. Yes. And I do recommend putting in certain combos. Like, I really like, if I'm going to be a jeweler or a metalsmith, I like to have a prospector because I can refine my own metal. Tailor, the reason I picked all these is I kind of can make any gear, medium, heavy, light, and jewelry for any character, right? And then my Zollin's a prospector, and just kind of what I picked originally. And then my other character has 4 on it, and then I have one that has woodworker separate. But yeah, Scholar is very nice. They're very good for endgame. You can make scrolls. I believe Scholars can also do... Can they do the hope tokens too, or is that just jeweler? They make scrolls, which are something you always need endgame. They basically give you buffs for the whole raid. So they're always useful in that way. They can do other things too that are really cool, but that's a big one. Shake your fist at the throne. So this is here's where I'm a little bit stumped on a few of these things. So find Gandalf the White in Fangorn. I know where Gandalf is in Fangorn. I found that out the other day. So what we need to do is we're going to go to Karis Galahorn. Oh, let me show you something real quick. Now, I know it's nighttime, but the cool thing is this is the Mirror. And, someone's fishing. Hello there. You can always see the stars in this lake at all the time. And even in the daytime, you can see the stars. And remember, you can even, right here, you can actually see the Big Dipper. It's upside down. It's kind of funny. But the stars of the, over his head, the 7 stars of the dwarves. This is where Doran looked into the lake. Oh, and then Zollin fell into the lake. And then this hobbit fished Zollin out of the lake with his fishing rod. All right, anyway, let's continue but this is the Mirror, which is very, very accurate to the shape and position. Tolkien made it very clear how the Mirror was laid out around stuff, so you can see it's laid out right here outside the gates of Moria. Yeah, so cool. They actually did an update to this whole Lothlorien map recently. I really like it. Looks really nice. Music is all so cool in LOTRO. I always forget how cool it is. I don't usually leave my music up super loud unless we're doing a stream, so you guys can kind of enjoy it for the background. Dude, it's too loud, tell me. I'm trying to move it up and down all the time for you. Fangorn Forest. Okay, I need to go to Fangorn. How's the fastest way to get to Fangorn? I'm trying to think. Let's go to Karis Galahorn. Shake your fist before the throne. Is that the throne in Edoras? I believe in Meadowsweat. I think that's inside Edoras.
Greetings to you.
But I can go to Fangorn first. Harwick. Can I get to Rohan from here? Okay, so I'm gonna go to my kinship house. Oh, check this out. This is the new, I'm gonna cover this tomorrow in a video on YouTube. I'll put it out. I reviewed it. But this is the new back animation for the Noldor. Gorgeous. Such a freaking cool back animation. For the milestone back animation. That's really, really cool. It's perfect right now, the music? Good. Perfect. All right, well, tell me if we get to a region that's like way too loud, because that definitely happens. All right, we need to get to Rohan. I can't believe, like, we're having so much fun, but it's been 2 hours and I haven't even finished. I was hoping to get a few of these done, these scavenger hunts, but we'll see how much we can get done here. I'm having fun either way. I hope you guys are having fun too. Let's see. I mean, that's the goal, right? That's always the goal of my channel, and that's always the goal of LOTRO, I think. Is you're having fun and I'm having fun. That's been my goal of my channel since I started. I could start with going to Edoras and then do Gandalf after. Let me see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right. I think the throne is the throne inside the Golden Hall, right? You guys can help me stream. That is the throne that's inside the Golden Hall, right? The name? I can't say it right, but I believe it is. Of Meadowswell or whatever. Or is that a different place? Shake your fist. I think it's the one inside. Yes, I was admiring it. I know, I got so distracted the other day when they were doing... They started backing and I was like, what's that? I think it's probably one of the best back animations. They're all really good. A lot of them that they've made are all really good with the different supporter packs. I really love that LOTRO is the way they're making like extra money is doing like cosmetic things, because I feel like that's how you make extra money, right? Like then people don't need to get it to like have fun with the game, but it's like if you want to support the game, it gets some extra goodies that are fun, that look cool. That's the way you do it. I think that's better than doing like these pay to win things that a lot of new games are doing of late. I just hate that kind of stuff. And I played a phone game for a while. You know, I covered the Rise to War phone game before it passed on. I liked that game. It was definitely the best phone game I've ever played. Oh, good, I am correct. Meadow South. Okay, I thought it was. This was the building. I was in the right place. I'm not sure why the doors are not opening up for me. Belloc! Friend and enter! Knock, knock! Who's there? You know, I got a good memory of right here. We did a bunch of fireworks when that wonderful actor Bernard Hill passed away, King Theoden. We did a whole live stream event right here and did a bunch of fireworks. It was a good honoring his memory moment. It's a beautiful spot here on Rohan. I'm not quite sure why. There they go. Weird. I don't know what was going on there. All right, here we are. The beautiful throne of the King of Theoden, and later Eomer, because at the time, once you're finished with the game, when you're at level 150 or 60, you're actually past the story. So I'm supposed to just sit here and do /shake fist, which if you're confused, you can always go into your collection, Shift-C, emotes, and show what you have, and look like for like shake fist /shake fist if you don't know exactly what to do. There we go. Hearken, Theoden, son of Thingol, not all is dark. Too long have you sat in shadows and trusted to twisted tales. So anyway, this is, again, remember, Gandalf. We're doing the stories of Gandalf. This is when he woke up Theoden. Which, by the way, the movie version of that, the trilogy version of that, I don't think could have been done better. It's so good. Oh my gosh. That whole part where he he wakes up and he's like, Eowyn. It's so cool. All right, so now we need to go and find, there's a bunch of players here. Hello there. Also, this little whoosh whoosh effect around my crossbow, that's the new weapons aura that comes with the Noldor thing. It looks really cool. Look at this view, you guys. Look at this. Look at that view. Look at the clouds in the distance. I'm just going to go away here for a second so you can just admire that. That's one of the housing areas up there. That's the Eastfold housing area, by the way. That big giant house. And that is the Kingstead housing area right there. Look at those clouds going across the sky. I just love that about this game, that you can see that whole horizon and the clouds just shifting slowly. And they're a little faster above our head and not quite as fast far out, like right on the horizon edge. You just really look at it for a second. Kind of almost give you vertigo if you're not careful. But yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, continuing on. I feel like sometimes you just, I do this, you kind of forget to enjoy the beauty of the game. I mean, I always try to, you know me in many of my videos and streams, I stop and look at things for a second. Also, I try my very best to make the quality of the stream or the recordings as high quality as I can get from my end. Now it's going to change based on what people are watching on or their level of what they're able to stream at what speed. But usually if your internet buffers it, it'll look pretty high quality and pretty high frames and definition and stuff. Okay. Also love the flag animations. They added those a few years ago. Beautiful. And they also added grass blades moving and stuff, which there's so much about this game that, like, I love the original LOTRO, like when it first came out, those for a few years, but it is so much, like, on a whole nother level of pretty and graphical fidelity now with all these many things they've added to a very old engine. Like, look at the birds flying up there. It's so cool, right? The world just feels so big in the way this engine works and the way they've set it up, and I think that's what makes it just feel so beautifully grand, you know? All right, we got to keep our
These
moving
are
here.
desperate times for the Rohirrim.
All right, I need to get to Fangorn Forest, and I know where Gandalf is. He's like right up here on this hill. He's like right here on Treebeard's Hill. So I just need to get close to that. So I could go to, can I go to Aworth, or however I say that? The Antwash. Let's go here. I'm gonna make an educated guess. That's close to where we need to go. I see this kind of... okay. I see this meticulous fan service stuff in LOTRO, and I'm like, I'm being mistreated by the other games I play. it's fair. Yeah. And I mean, like, no matter what, there's pros and cons to whatever you play, right? Right? But I will say LOTRO is like overall, I think most LOTRO players would tell you, we might complain about little things here and there, but the devs pretty much are awesome, and the game is awesome, the community is awesome, and we have a good time. There's a reason we all play it, and I feel like there's a reason why it's growing right now. The new servers, the 64-bit server updates were huge. That helped tremendously. Now I think the Entwood, I can go that way to get into it, or I could go around to. Can I get to... Let's go here. But yeah, we're very blessed. There is so much little attention to detail on things, and yeah, you just go around this game and you just see how much work they put into it over the last 19 years. And it's fun because, you know, for a while people kept telling me this is a big fad for a while of this being passed around. LOTRO's getting a brand new engine rework? That never was going to happen. That was a total made-up rumor. But it was getting graphical updates and texture updates and new mechanics and new graphical things all the time. And it's cool because LOTRO, I feel like they don't advertise enough for themselves, so I'm going to do it. They do all this hard work and they go back and they redo things. And they put in these things like updated grass, updated bushes, farther rendering distances, better visuals on the hills, less, you know, this texture looks really bad on this rock, redo these rocks textures, right? They update the water, all these different things, right? And they don't really tell people when they do it. They kind of just do it in certain regions when they have time, because, you know, the devs, they have their goals, right? They have to continue making stuff that's new, so people that play all the time have new stuff to look forward to. But they go back and they do these things, and they're so neat. And it's like, they don't say it. They don't advertise it sometimes. So a lot of times I'll point out, like, oh, this place used to look a lot worse. They've added this, this, and this. Like, I've pointed that out in many of my videos, right, and streams. But even, like, this fog effect, right? There's all these effects that they've added over time that really just build and add to the world. I mean, look at this landscape. I will tell you right now, the land didn't quite look like this. Like, when Rohan first came out, like, 10 years ago? 9 years ago, not exactly sure when Rohan came out, I forget, but that grass moving with the winds and like all those extra textures and the mountain upgrade and stuff, it didn't quite look that good. They've updated the rendering distances so you can see the trees load in faster. One thing that I noticed with the new 64-bit server, which I feel like we're now spoiled as LOTRO players, is trees loading in. So back on the 32-bit servers, I would notice when I was running up a tree would just poof out of thin air. There's a tree, right? You don't really get that on the 64-bit servers as often. Things load quicker to you way faster. So usually trees are just there once you're in visual range. They're there. They don't just like appear out of thin air. Like you'll occasionally see it if you really watch on the horizon, like a bush or something might poof a little bit, or a little bit of visual fidelity will update, right? Things like that. But if you notice, like we see all these trees ahead. In the past, I would see this tree, maybe that tree, and these 3 trees, they wouldn't be there. I would go to like here, and then suddenly poof, a tree would poof. Trees would just appear, right? That was a lot, very often on 32-bit servers. That was like one of the first things I noticed when I got on the 64-bit servers, how things just loaded in, like so easily. Also, you know what else is gorgeous in this area? The thunderstorms in Rohan. I was just here 2 days ago, and there was a big thunderstorm, right? And the lightning bolts over Fangorn Forest were like these giant purple lightning bolts going psst, and the rain was like hitting the screen. The rain like hits your screen with water drops when you're writing, if you have it on super high graphics, and it's just really cool. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Is that a morning? That's the morning sun coming up. And you can even see down there. Look at. I want you to just point at this out, and I won't do any more about this. Okay, I don't want to bore everyone. But see the water down there? And I always have a joke that look at this water. I love the water. And the water in LOTRO looks better than most games today. But you can see the water actually moving from this distance. You see how the water down there? You can see it speeding up and going faster in the reflection of the sun going down that river. How like it's like slow and then it speeds up and goes down the river. That animation, and it's a little bit slower up close, but if you really zoom in, I don't know if you could zoom in on YouTube with or on Twitch with your screen, you can see what I'm talking about from this distance, and we're really far away, you know. Anyway, it's cool. All right, so this is where Eomer slaughtered all those orcs, and in the movie, Viggo Mortensen broke his toe, right? All Lord of the Rings fans know that moment right in the movie when he kicks the helmet, but kept it stayed in character, amazing. But the hobbits, you know, that's where they thought they died, right? And they found their belts, and then they follow them into Fangorn Forest. Also, music in Rohan. Listen to this. It's just so Rohan, dude. It's so cool. In fact, we're going to go with a horse now. I'm sorry, my beautiful, majestic goat. It's time to bring back out the horse. We're in Rohan. All right, into Fangorn Forest. I believe I do know where Gandalf is in this forest, thank goodness. It's very easy to get lost in this forest. Oops, sorry. Sometimes when I shut off my HUD, because I like to make it where you guys don't have all the skills showing up on the HUD, it'll do a little pause sometimes. Here's one of the Ents. Here's Ashlim. Hello, Ashlim. Also, great. Did you see the lighting effect change because we came to a new area and how the shadows moved with the sun? That's something LOTRO did not have back in the day. The lighting in LOTRO has always been very, very cool. Always loved how it's worked and how the mist looks when you ride through the forest. I like the new LI better than the old version. Yeah, Etmood, I agree with you. It's funny, I had one guy come on at one and say he liked the old one, but of course he just needed to learn the new one. I'm sure he liked it once he learned it more, but yeah, the old LI system was a little bit more... The new one is it feels more complex, and remember, LOTRO is one of the very first, and I don't think a lot of MMOs really do that, but made an item that like levels with you. That's like your weapon. There are other games I know that have that, and things have adopted that over the years, but LOTRO kind of started that trend of a legendary that like grows with you. It's a cool system. One thing that LOTRO has always done is they've always added a lot of new systems and ideas, which are great. Some of them they have left on the roadside, which is always kind of a shame. But some of them have really been brought through and have really built the game into feeling very unique. You know, like the legendary item system. I really like the legendary item system. I definitely wouldn't want that to be changed too drastically now. I really like how it is. I wouldn't mind little updates with what powers you get on them, right? But I really like how they work. I'm pretty sure there is a way to get up on this mountain, and I'm trying to use my memory here. So let me turn on my Zollin Wikipedia page as you guys joked. There should be a pathway over here on the left, from what I remember. Turn on the GPS. My Dwarven GPS. Okay. Here it is. This is the pathway. And I believe Gandalf was on top of this mountain. And this is supposedly Treebeard's Hill in the original. If you read the books, you'll know about this. This is not mentioned at all in the movies. This is quite the jump for my horsey. Oh, there he is! Gandalf! Gandalf, we found you at last! Also, look at this beautiful shot of the sun coming up over Fangorn. Look at that. Now, occasionally, you might catch something. Like, I noticed something there didn't load very good for a second. But overall, for how old the engine of this game is, that's pretty cool! Looks pretty good! So the sun is coming up right now. You can see it right there. Hey, what's up? Hello, Ben. How's it going? Demori, what's up, Demori? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I played this. The game's stayed true to the lore for monsters. Have they started to incorporate other fantasy critters? It's pretty overall stayed pretty faithful to the lore with creatures. They've added some things that made sense. Like there's camels, right, in Harad. I would have guessed that. It makes sense. Tolkien obviously has real animals from our world in Middle Earth, like seagulls and stuff. But like creatures, there's called the Atugi, which are just like a very big, brutish, like half troll, half orc type of orc. But again, believable. It's not really something that was talked about in Tolkien's lore, but doesn't really mess with anything. Mostly good. There's a little bit stuff they did. I actually ended up kind of liking the story, but they did some stuff with some of the elves in Harad who are very different elves than the elves of the north. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it at first. I'm like, I don't know about this. But actually, after I did the story, it was really well done. It was like, okay. And again, it's kind of added legends. It's not canon at all with elves being down there. But it was good. I actually liked the storytelling on that. I was very pleasantly surprised. It goes to show you that if you have people that are actually good storytellers, you can put something in that isn't like totally, doesn't totally always fit exactly, even though they fit it quite nicely into the original. But it's still good. Well, what a concept. Good storytellers. Whoa.
My name? You have not guessed it? You have heard it before, yes. You have heard it before. You may still call me Gandalf, though I am the White now. So you might say I am Saruman. At least how he should have been. And he laughed heartily. But he be merry, and we meet at the turning of the tide. The great storm is coming, but the tide has turned.
All right, there we go. Pat Shadowfax in the high stables of Minas Tirith. All right, last thing to do, Minas Tirith. Okay, so now the biggest thing you need to look at is what type of Minas. It says the high stables in Minas Tirith. So I believe that is before the battle. Where does this horse take me? Let's see. It's a stable master horse. Let's see where it takes me. Oh. Takes me to the front. Okay, gets me out of the okay, cool. I don't really care, though. I'm going to teleport out using the new special milestone teleportage, which is on sale now. There's my ad for LOTRO. All right. We got to go to Minas Tirith. I bet you it's before the battle of Minas Tirith, but we'll find out right now. Don't worry, guys. It only took us 2 hours to do that one scavenger hunt. But wait, I had fun. I hope you did. Demore asks, how are you doing, Zollin? Just leveling your builder. Nice, nice. Crafting recipes. Nice. I'm doing great. Such a flex. I want the coffer badly. I only have 10k LOTRO voice. Yeah, I mean, so it's. I would say it's pretty pricey. I think it's 6,600, but it does have really good stuff in it. And if you want to know exactly all the details on what's in it, wait for my video to come out tomorrow morning on my channel here on YouTube. Woo, that's loud music. La, 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 la. Okay. But if you want to know exactly all the goodies that are in it and like what's in it, all this blah blah blah, I'm gonna have a video where I fully review it, show you in high definition all the different things, the animations. The only one I couldn't show you is the new deed animation. There's something special with this new one. It gives you an animation with like one of the special trees you see with the teleport, but it's both. Why? By the way, welcome to Gondor if you've never seen it. But this is after the battles. This is when Arwen and Aragorn are wed, and he becomes King Elisar of Gondor and Queen Arwen. So everyone's very happy. Let's see if Shadowfax is in this stable. City Stables of Minas Tirith. It says it's in the High Stables of Minas Tirith, so that may be in a different spot. From what I remember, that might be on the top. These are the City Stables. I don't think Shadowfax is here. But yeah, I think it's a cool supporter pack. If you want to support the game, it's a great way to support them, and it gives you some cool goodies. And there are different levels to the supporter pack, but I don't know, for me, I feel like you want to buy the best one because it's got the cool things in it, right? Obviously. But there's some cool stuff. You still get the gear and stuff from the lower level ones, so that's what you want to do. I think the LOTRO wiki will explain what it has, and also they have a page which I will link in my video that comes out tomorrow. But there's also some info on the LOTRO.com main page about it. A couple tiers from the top one. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I thought so. You think it's still on Endmoot? I'm wondering if I need to go to before Gondor. I mean, before the battle. I have a feeling I'm going to regret it if I don't. Hold on.
How may I help you, friend?
So see how this says Minas Tirith Anorian? I'm gonna go there. We're in Minas Tirith Midsummer, which is connected to the new King's Gondor region for higher level. So now this is after the battle, but now we are in the yeah. Now I'm curious if he would be actually in. That music was intense. Okay, I wonder if he'd be in pre-battle. So this is how you get to pre-battle. It would be this horse right here. I'm gonna go to before the battle because of my gut feeling. Because all the other scavenger hunts before this made me go before the battle, and now I'm gonna go up to it. It's my gut feeling, but that's, and it's a little confusing with the layer thing with the different time. It's basically Gondor at different stages of the story. What your character plays through, and that's why you have to do that. And normally the quest will guide you through it. So now we are, if you notice, I'm at Minas Tirith, and it says just Minas Tirith, the picture, and this is Minas Tirith before the battle. And you can kind of notice by the fact that the sky is brown, and that there is ash falling out of the sky occasionally, and you'll see ash floating around my character. There's one right there. You know, Sauron is hard at work at his little volcano experiment. So we need to get up to the top. Okay, that's the city threshold. I don't want to go there. That's Minas Tirith after the battle, which we just at. That's the onslaught of the fields. That's a different layer for the battle, the actual physical battle. I want to go up to where the horse stables are, so.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Now, if you notice, these all say Anorian, and they're not under King's Gondor. Very confusing. I'm going to make a guide video on it. Because I get forgetful of it, too. There you go. See, now you have Anorian after battle. Minas Tirith Midsummer, that's where we started, right, when we teleported in. So, I would assume... Do you guys remember what tier it's on, the stable? Is it the Master's tier? Is it right? Is it, like, right at the top? Or is it, like, the Soldier's tier? I'm gonna go the Master's tier. Let's see if is the wiki, like, working now? That would be nice. Did they fix the wiki? Ooh, it looks like it got fixed. Sweet. All right, let's double check the wiki. All right. Pre-battle! I was right! I was right! I picked the right one! All right, Shadowfax is in the highest levels of Minas Tirith pre-battle and is on the Master's tier, Citadel tier at the top. I was right. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty stoked. I got it all right. That would have been okay. So It looks like it was on the Citadel tier, which you can only get to by going up the path over here. Alright, the gate of the Citadel. Unless the wiki was saying it was on the other side. No, it says it's like right on the right here. Maybe it's outside below us, possibly. Let me look. I think it'd be right here to the right. Is there a stable over here? Might be below us. It might be on the Master's tier. Northern Gatehouse. By the way, here's the inner court. And this is the great tree, right before it was, this is the tree that was dying. It is kind of cool to see the tree, the actual full white tree here. All right, so the stable, I believe, is below. The ice tables are, well, high. High up in altitude. I'm gonna go back down. I bet you they're on the top level here, in the Master's tier, on the other side, from what the wiki was showing. I bet they're over here. All right, we're actually gonna finish this. Is that it? Dome of Dome of the Sun. Cool. There it is. The high stables, but Zollin is totally distracted and wants to see what the Dome of the Sun is. What is this? I don't know if I've ever walked in here. Oh, whoa! I think I have walked in here. That's cool! What? Whoa! And look, it's all the houses of Gondor from the LOTRO show. That's so cool! Wow. Warden of Laws. So if someone breaks the law, this is the man you come to. Clearly has had trouble shaving recently. Just kidding. His beard's glitched out a little bit there. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful... I want this. This is going to be the Lego, right? Anyone going to buy that new Lego? Minas Tirith Lego? Here it is. Lego should sponsor me. I'm advertising their new Lego. Model of Minas Tirith. All right, let's go patch Shadowfax and be done with this scavenger hunt. Skydog, always watch your videos, bro. Love the YouTube channel. Thanks, man. I finally got 160 and doing endgame content. Been a blast. Nice. That's awesome. Great to hear. Great to hear. Map should tell you. Yeah. All right. We are here. The high stables. All right. Who wants to give me a high five? Just kidding. We did it! All right, where is the... There it is. Oh, he's majestic. Look at how majestic he looks. Oh my gosh, look at his eyes. That's so cool. Wow. So when do we get him as a mount? I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna pat him on the head. You're a good boy, Shadow. I can't even reach. I'll just pat him on his phalanx or the side arm, whatever this is called. It says you do not ride Shadowfax either. He is willing to carry you or not. There it is. You've completed a scavenger hunt card. Year 9, Tales of Gandalf. Finished. And that will finish the other quest, which I can go talk to Waldo. So we will use this moment to take a little teleport to our kinship home. Alright, bye, Shadowfax. Shadowfax is like, when did you get the 2 trees to teleport? So fancy. Alright, we did it. Is anyone brave enough to start the set next to with me? I still have time to stream. I got something a little later today, but I've got a little bit of time still. This is our kinship house, by the way. in the high Misty Mountains and Lindenby area. Give me a teleport to the party tree! Do. Alright, we're back. Mr. Waldo, we've come back after running all across Middle-earth for you. I am glad you are back, Zollin. Those fireworks are really loud. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, there has been much discussion, indeed decision-making while you were out. And so, you see, the verdict is, the committee, of course, have decided that the unexpected, unapproved, riddlesome work of the mischief before you will be officially declared the annual anniversary scavenger hunt. Unable to best them, we have welcomed them into the door. The unknown perpetrators of the act shall be allowed to remain anonymous, so long as they continue to provide the workings of the festival according to the proper Shire regulations for the year. For me, I shall keep my post here at the party tree. This is good news, as party planning around the party tree is all very really well known, and I would like to keep it that way. Alright, so I got a sandcastle. Sweet. I got Radagast's cloak, both a regular version and a hooded version. I got a lucky horseshoe item, which is purely for fun. People say that it increases your luck on rolls. I don't know. And then a couple other things. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that. Alright. And I
shall simply go mad.
Oh, here's a voice. I shall simply go mad. Would you believe it? I certainly wouldn't if it weren't already here in my hands. What I mean is to say I received a letter today, not dangled from the tree, mind you, placed in my mail, like a decent hobbit folk do, only it seems to be from whomever was responsible for, all this. They wrote, and quite kindly too, I might add, that this is the last week of the new cards through we are welcome to continue solving them for some while yet. Then they say they'll be back next year with even more fun. I must confess, this is all the huffing and puffing and tearing out of my hair. I have actually, and despite all of my better judgment, enjoyed myself. I hope you did as well. Alright, so I can complete a year 10 scavenger hunt, and it comes with a hobbit board and a cloak rack, which is cool. It's like the one that you see in the... Now, fun fact, there is something called... There's these little scraps. You can use them to find a special thing at the end once you have them all, but you don't need to keep them because you can just look it up on the wiki later. These numbers, they give a coordinates to something. But, let's go over to any of the hanging yellow things. It doesn't matter which one. And you'll notice we will now have year 10 open. There it is. And we are going to be... It will not have year 10 for Ironshield because I stopped at 5. I'm not doing those right now. We're just going to do year 10 of whatever that one is. Let's see. Bilbo! Year 10 is Bilbo. Okay. Alright, we're going to do year 10 Tails Bilbo. Accept that. Now again, she's stuck on just giving me 5 because I already did it. But that backpack she gives, again, they're going to be the same rewards. You just get more from the regular ones. Alright, so we participated in 2 of the events for that one, for today. Now I could go do some fast ones just around the yard. There's ones you could do here at Breland. But we'll just do that for now. Check what's on the main and bag end. Okay, so we need to go over to bag end. Right above us. Sing to Bilbo in the Hall of Fire. Stand upon a table near the party tree and give a talk. Okay, that's easy. Let's do the party tree. So it doesn't matter what. Does it matter what table I stand on? I'm gonna stand on this table and do /talk and see if it works. There you go. I don't know half as well as I'd like, and I like less than half of you, half as well as you deserve. Classic. I should have done it in Bilbo Baggins' voice. Alright, we're going to go up to the top of the... By the way, here is the Shire in the morning. I mean, in the afternoon. The Shire is gorgeous. Speaking of beautiful places. I love the Shire. Listen, look at that. It's gorgeous. Dude, I love the music too. It's back end, everybody. Now, do I need to talk to her?
Don't you turn your back on me.
I'm just gonna do that and walk away. There it is. An envelope. It's in an envelope here on the mantelpiece, if you must know. Well, no. Here, it is in my pocket. That's odd. Right? We're having the flashback of Bilbo, right? With the ring. Alright, so these are just happy little moments. I don't know about happy, but when Gandalf's like, Bilbo Baggins! I'm not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you. He's like, Bilbo. And I always wondered why he said Bilbo. I feel like it was him like waking himself up. Unless you guys know, he said. I always feel like he says Bilbo. Does he say something else in the movie? He's like, Bilbo. I think it was like he was like talking to himself, like what happened to you, to himself. I always felt like that's what it meant, but. All right, sing to Bilbo, visit the stone trolls and the troll shaws, acquire another Bilbo's button in Goblin Town. Oh, I hope that's not too hard. I don't like going into Goblin Town. All right, we'll go to. What's easier to do here first? I guess we'll go to Rivendell. Defeat spiders in Mirkwood. So again, there's some Lord of the Rings quotes here for Bilbo and some. His adventures in The Hobbit, right? We're getting both in this, apparently. I'm going to look up year 10 real fast. Bilbo. Oh, I think in a little less than an hour, we'll probably call it so I can get some dinner, though. But I think we're going to go a little farther here. We're going to work on some of this scavenger hunt, because this is a blast. I was thinking maybe in 3 hours we'd have 2 or 3 done. But, yeah, that last one took quite a bit of work. At least it's a lot more fun to do, I feel like, with talk with you guys. And I feel like if I didn't have all these teleport tricks, this would be taking a lot longer. Of course, I guess me stopping and starting sometimes to talk about lore and enjoy moments slows it down, but it's part of the fun. Welcome to Rivendell. By the way, new housing area right up there behind us. Up on that mountain. La, 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 la. I'd play that part right there with my horn. I play a horn in my orchestra. Actually, it's not horns, those are cellos, but whatever. Beautiful. There's little horns right there in the background. A lot of times cellos and horns will play similar. It builds a really beautiful sound. Alright, so welcome to the last homely house, in case you've never seen it before. Elrond's home here in Rivendell. I will say these scavenger hunts would take a lot longer if you didn't have all the magical teleport tricks that I've been using. I still think it'd be fun, but... Alright, Bilbo, he's over here. I feel like she sings so high, it's like your eyebrows go up. When you're singing high, actually, in reality, I'm in choirs, you do want to raise your eyebrows usually. It helps you make sure you're hitting the note and you're not going flat. All right, sing to Bilbo. La la. He said if I had the cheek to sing of Erindil in the House of Elrond, it was my affair. Huh. Afar, excuse me, not affair. Afar. I flipped the word. I'm like, what? Afar. It was my affair. Affair. Excuse me. No, I said it right. It was affair. But I'm thinking of a different word. It's the right word. I said the right word. I shouldn't doubt myself. Okay. So next thing we need to do is year 10 Tails Bilbo. We need to see the stone trolls. If I warmed up, I might be able to hit that note. The Elfa sing. I usually actually sing tenor, even though I can also sing bass. Just I can't like hit those crazy low notes up below the bass clef. I can just get to kind of the bottom of the bass clef. But I can go pretty high over the treble clef when I want to. So I can get to the trolls pretty quick, so we're going to do that next. Trolls are just right outside Rivendell, and I believe I can take a swift travel to somewhere very close to them. So we can get to Mr. Bilbo's trolls, as Sam called them. Alright, Mr. Bilbo's trolls are there. So let's teleport to Thorinhad.
Megovanen.
Megovanen, my friends. All right, Thor. Well met, and hello, Nook Ninja. Been a while, my friend. I am doing very well. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Bilbo Baggins, Gandalf said calmly. Oh, yeah. In the book, yeah. I know. In the movie, they made Gandalf like Bilbo Baggins. He got like really like loud. They did it for be dramatic, clearly for the movie. But it's funny because it's like totally opposite what the book said. Because Gandalf actually said it like really calmly to Bilbo, and Bilbo popped out of it. But for movie dramatic flair, it was good. But yeah, that was funny that they switched that so much. I have a feeling the only reason Peter Jackson changed it was just so it would be more moment for the movie. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what like the goal was. I have some Lord of the Rings, Magic the Gathering cards. They're really cool. Yeah, some of them are really cool. I have, my brother-in-law bought me, I covered them on the channel actually. If you go to my collections playlist on YouTube, I have a bunch of videos on them. But he got me the artboard ones. They're like 6 cards that go together to make one of the art, and he got me all 4 of them. And I also have the commander decks. So, pretty cool. Those are nice gifts. But yeah, they're really cool. I know they're going to do, Magic the Gathering supposed to do some Hobbit sets, and I've already seen some images drop of them, and they're like really cool. Like they're really, really good. So, be awesome. All right, here we are, guys. It's Mr. Bilbo's trolls. To think these were the very 3 trolls Bilbo had told of, turned to stone while quarreling over how to cook 13 dwarves and 1 hobbit. I'm going to think for a minute here. Can I do it? Is that it? Did I finish? Acquire another Bilbo's buttons in Goblin Town. Defeat Spider. Okay, so that was it. I just had to walk here. Okay, that's easy. That was easy peasy. I'm actually not going to walk back. It'll be faster to do a teleport and just go back to Rivendell. We need to go to the north now. We need to go to Goblin Town and grab a button. So let's get that out of the way real quick. I'm actually thinking that this one is going to be faster than the Gandalf one. I think we're going to be done with this in only like 20 minutes. This definitely is like not as hard to get to some of these places. Oh, it's true. I really like Haldir in the movies. Like, I like the actor, and I thought he played it really well and stuff. But Haldir was such a bigger character in the books, and it just felt like he was just kind of like such a side character in the movie. And I kind of understand that it's like it's hard. You can't make. They already had like 15 characters that were main characters, right, in the movie, and Tolkien really has like 30 characters that are main characters, right, if not more. There's like 150 right characters in the books. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer. It's kind of like Faramir too. Like, I love the actor that did Faramir, and I actually really like Faramir in the movies. But there's a lot of stuff he does in the movies that really wasn't what he did in the books, and that was just kind of, Faramir is so cool in the books.
What do you need?
He's already like cool in the movies, but he was like so much better in the books. And of course the books are always going to be better.
How can I be of service?
Look at Denethor, right? Again, I love Denethor in the movies, but he's way more epic and way more of an actually good leader in the books. They definitely have to skip through the reasons why he flipped so drastically in the movies, because they didn't have time to talk about it. So again, I think most things that were changed in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I felt like were changed for a manner of the fact that they just didn't have enough time, right, to build it up. But doesn't mean I still would have preferred to have it like to the books. But it's one thing to change something that it kind of be able to fit better into a movie, right? And then they kind of still hold their core-ness, because I feel like Haldir and Faramir, they still had their core, even though it was very hollowed around, right, of who they were, like in the books. But it would still be nice, if they had the full amount of everything we got from the books. But, when you compare that to, like, Amazon's Rings of Power, trilogy looks perfect. But, again, and I won't go into that too much, because I know I'll go on a rant. But I have a full review playlist, and I've reviewed those back when they came out, the Rings of Power and stuff. So you can, if you want to know my thoughts, you can go watch it there. But yeah, long story short, there's things like, I can understand small changes, but like when you completely fundamentally change a character, like in everything, and even flip it on its head, with like, for example, Tom Bombadil, right? When they added him in to Rings of Power, the second season, he's completely the fundamental opposite of what he is in the book. Personality and everything. Right? In the book, he's happy all the time, singing constantly, almost never not singing. In the movie, he's kind of serious and grumpy, and he's pretty much not singing the entire time until like one spot at the end. His clothes is not very bright, even though they're there, but it's not super bright. And then we know that that Tom Bombadil didn't abandon the hobbits, and of course in the Rings of Power movie, he tells Gandalf to abandon the hobbits, and some people are like, "Oh, it was a test." But Tom Bombadil never would have done that. And we also know in the books that Tom Bombadil was very clearly Gandalf, Elrond, and Glorfindel talk about Tom Bombadil and say, why don't we give Tom the ring? And they literally say, no, we can't give him the ring because he just doesn't care about Middle-earth. He doesn't hate Middle-earth, he loves Middle-earth, but he'll just forget about it and lose the ring, right? And of course, in Rings of Power, they make him into a mentor that trains Gandalf and is super worried about the world, right, and the politics of the world. It's like complete inversion of the character and all its personality traits. That bothers me. Because I understand changes to make it fit in a movie or TV show. I don't understand changes that fundamentally contradict the original writer, Tolkien, in this case. That I don't agree with that. Even if I did enjoy parts of the Rings of Power series of Amazon. I like to say Amazon because the term Rings of Power almost has like a negative connotation for some people now. But I love the term Rings of Power. That's Tolkien's term. He made that. The Rings of Power. That is Tolkien's big theme throughout the Second Age. He made up that term, right? So keep in mind, that is Tolkien's. But that's why I like to say Amazon's Rings of Power. Do I talk to Grimbjorn? Oh, I do. It is true. I am the Lord of many
What? Yes, I am the lord of many sturdy women and men, the proud line of my sire Bjorn. It is due to us that no orc nor wolf dares tread the lands between the mountains and Mirkwood. Yes, it is due to us commence may pass between Dale and, Rivendell. The dwarves may complain about our trolls all they like. The cost would be far higher were the brigands and orcs to roam the path. Tolls, excuse me, I put an R on it. Tolls. Alright. Like his father before him, Grimbjorn was a man stern, mighty, and proud. This is one of the Bjornings, by the way. This is the son of Bjorn. Alright, so we had to talk to him. And then we still need the buttons. Can I gather the button by not running all the way down the hill, but going into the instance? For Goblin Town? Does that work? Let's find out. I should have looked on the walkthrough. Let's see if this is the case. Buttons. No, it says I need to go down there. Easiest way is straight into the goblin throne room and kill any goblin for a button. However, reaching Golem's cave is necessary for an objective. You will encounter a goblin along the way. Yes. Oh, we have to go into Golem's cave. All right, well, we're definitely going into Goblin Town, guys. If you guys are fans of really good lore with LOTRO, we're going to go into Golem's cave. Think of riddles in Golem's cave. Let's go ahead and do that, then. We have to write into... So this is the Misty Mountains. We're way up here in the north above Rivendell. And we got to go back here into... And I do remember where Golem's cave is, even though I can bring up the wiki map if I need it, but I'm pretty sure I remember where it is. Also, if Tom did have the ring, the Lord of the Rings would have been a musical. Yes, exactly. And some things were just good storytelling. I love how a lot of people will be like, a lot of people are like, well, why didn't you just ride the eagles, right? And literally, I remember Tolkien wrote in a letter, he's like, because that would have been stupid. It's basically what he said in his very elegant wording. It was basically what Tolkien said. He's like, because that would have been stupid storytelling. Stop asking dumb questions. It's basically what he hinted at in the letter, but he did explain it. He did explain, like, lore reasons why. The eagles wouldn't have getting involved that much, and the only reason they came at the end was by the behest of, I thought Manwë, actually, one of the Valar actually kind of said, go help, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember exactly with that part. I need to go back and read the book again. I don't know if you guys remember. Yeah, it does give some cool rewards. So basically, we need to get back to Golem's cave, which I believe we get all the way to the back. So let me kill some goblins. Maybe they'll just give me a button. Give me a button! One last button sprung from the young Bilbo's Baggins waistcoat. All right, we got the button. That was easy. He just pointed some random goblin and just like, give me the button. He's like, okay. Just kidding. I'll give you the button. It was a relic of my father. Just kidding. Makes you feel bad for the goblin. Oh man. All right. I think we need to go one more before I go up to the side. I think. I might bring up the wiki if I forget exactly, but... Open sesame! Okay. This is the one I believe that I need to get up to the side somehow. And I think it's over here somewhere, from what I remember. The Great Goblin's Den is there. So, let's go up here. I should, like, drink some coffee. Not in real life, in game. For movement speed. Actually, I'll just use one of my movement speed buffs. I have a couple here. I'm just going to use one of these. Get a little movement speed. Oh, well, I was going to click it. There. Do some 10% movement speed.
Goblins. Sound kind of like Murlocs. Goblins are just the Murlocs of Lord of the Rings. For all the Warcraft players out there. They're like frog fish people in that game. Dude, the music. Down, down to Goblin Town. Now look for, there's drawings on the walls that kind of help us know. Because the goblins warned that there's a scary eater of goblins. Don't go this way. This is gonna go down? I don't think I want to go down. Maybe I do? This is kind of going the wrong way. I'm sensing I'm going the wrong way. I may have to go a little farther. Who's sneaking? No sneaking by Zollin. I sense that goblin stealth. I'm like, who's being sneaky? I think maybe it's this way. This goes through another door. I'm just gonna assume I'm going the right way. My dwarven instincts are telling me to walk this way, so. Walk this way! I'm just kidding. That's that old song. I love this music right here. This is my favorite. Down, down to Goblin Town. Down, down to Goblin Town. I like to add words to it. Down to Goblin Town. Down, down to Goblin Town. Oh, oh! Oh, my leg! Oh, my leg! I'm better. I'm better. Everything's fine. I guess we have to go farther in. I knew this was gonna be a pain. Goblin Town is huge. Down to Goblin Town. Down, down to Goblin Town. I thought for sure it was up there. Is this gonna open the instance? This is the instance. Okay, no, this is too far. Definitely not there. Goblin Town. Down, down to Goblin Town. Alright. I do love this song. Remember when Eowyn just didn't want to eat? Oh, we're going the right way! Look, 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 look. Yes, I do remember that. Eowyn not wanting to eat the soup. Check it out. You guys recognize the scene? This is goblin art. These are the best artists of the goblins. You guys like the wargs and the wolves and the goblins all chasing and putting the trees on fire, and the eagles are flying them away. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 dwarves, 1 wizard, and a hobbit on its back. Just see if I can get a better angle so you can see it there. See? This Bilbo on his back, the wizard, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 dwarves on the eagle's back. And then they're like, no, they're getting away. Oh man, goblin artists are the best. I'm going the right way. Here's another one. So this is the history of, I believe, This is when the goblins and stuff killed a bunch of the dwarves and expelled them from their home. Like the battle of maybe News Bazaar, or it's a battle over the bridge of Khazad-Dum. But I think this is kicking them outside because there's trees. So I feel like it's like the battle of Bazaar. I can never say it, but the dwarven battle. I think that might be what the goblins are like saying here with the Goblin King. I love their way they draw the dwarves. Oh! Dude, that guy on the drums is awesome. All right, we got to turn right here from what I remember, and this should be the lead us to Gollum's Cave. Stay on target. Stay on target. All right, here we go. This is their nice warning. They're like, warning, don't go down here or you will be eaten alive. Many goblins have been eaten by a monster in the depths. Smeagol. Gollum is over here eating all the... actually, you know what? I think I go down here to get there. So that's their little warning, like, don't go down here. He'll get you. I love it how the goblins are just know he's around. All right. I think this is it. I think we've made it, everyone. Gollum's Cave. This is like really well done compared to the books, like showing it. Also, these lizards didn't nearly look this cool back in the day. There it is. Gollum's Cave. Fish bones all over the place. Here's Gollum's little boat. All right, take me to the land. This also gives me the vibes of the Harry Potter spot. I feel like Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling was inspired by this scene. You know, for her, like the Half-Blood Prince one, where it's like the whole like part where he is like drink the potion and Harry's like forcing him to drink it. It's horrible. But anyway, that it feels like that. But interestingly enough, I mean, obviously the Lord of the Rings movie came out first in the description of this place. I feel like this is kind of the inspiration for that place, that cave. I don't know. I've never listened to people who made the Harry Potter movies. Maybe it was the inspiration. Anyway, here's his little place. Here's his little hut. Gollum's Cave. This is where the man lived for about 500 years. Yikes. That's all I'm going to say of that one. No wonder he went crazy. And what was I supposed to do? Think. Think of a riddle. I think. Huh. Didn't work. Try again. Last think. Think of another riddle. Where do I have to do it over by this rock? Let me see if it's over by this rock. Because this is where that whole story, the whole story takes place, right? Around the rock. It's like right over here, where it's where it kind of, maybe right here, think. Huh. Huh. Just gonna keep clicking think. Do I need to click on something? Hold on, let's bring up the wiki. There's something I'm missing. Think of a riddle in the cave. Check the Goblin Town map for the cave. Talk to Grimbjorn. I already did that. Okay. What? Think of another riddle. Is there more to this command? Is it not just think? Huh. Hold on, is there like... Anyone know the trick to this? Am I supposed to click on something? Floating name's on. Let's see if there's something as a floating name. Globlins? Once in Texas, we call it Globlins ever since. That's funny. Alright, I am not sure why this is not completing the thing. Do I need to do it in Golem's Cave? I'm in Golem's Cave. Am I supposed to use /riddle? Is there a riddle emote? It says this is the one. It's right here. Does anyone know? I'm rich. It's definitely not that emote. Okay. You think about what's next. I mean, it's got to be a spot I'm supposed to stand when I do it. So I'm just gonna like click it and run around the cave until I find the spot. Maybe it's farther, maybe it's more by the door. Maybe I don't need to come in so far. Huh. This is weird. It should just work. I'm inside the cave. It should just work. Let me go out and come back in. Anyone know? Is there a trick to this that I'm missing? We'll stand right here in front of this thing and think. Nope. Definitely not that. It definitely says I'm supposed to think inside the cave. So I'm going to go back in the cave again. And then I'm going to immediately think. Oh. This is weird. I might ask World Chat if nobody... Did anyone know in chat? Have you done this? I'm gonna ask World Chat real quick and see if anyone knows. Oh, there it is. Yep, that was apparently this spot right here. It was just a spot. All right, well, this is the very spot right here. The problem is it gives a coordinates, but there is no coordinates in game in this cave. So it says the Golem riddle is at 21.8 south by 6.2 east, but there is no coordinates in Golem's Cave. So the coordinates thing is off because it's just an instance location. So it's just right here, like right close looking at that boat. I knew it was probably just a certain spot you had to stand. Usually you could just go into a region, it works, but sometimes they'll make you do it in a certain spot with the emotes. So just make sure you keep doing it until it finishes and says you're done. All right, so put in a wooden box beneath Bill's bed in Elrond's house. Apparently I missed something in Elrond's house. Darn it. And then we'll go ahead and use our cool teleportation here with our 2 trees of light. Oh. But thanks, Tina. Appreciate the advice, though. All right. Well, I think we're going to be able to finish this one before I have to keep going. So, sweet. We can finish the Bilbo Year 10. If you guys enjoyed this, I guess you guys want to see me do some more, I could do some more like tomorrow afternoon. I think I have time. It's becoming summertime, so I have a little less on my plate, so I can do more videos and streams. But I want to put out my video tomorrow, though, too, so... Could just do it just on Twitch, I guess. Alright, teleporting to... we need to go to Rivendell one more time. Because apparently I missed something. I apologize. I didn't realize I had to put... I should have read ahead on the quest. Put it in the Bilbo's bed in Elrond's house. And then we gotta just kill some spiders and gather some memories in Dale. Which, I love Dale, so I'm glad I get to go there. And it's the afternoon in the game, so it'll look really pretty. I actually have a fast map to Dale, so that'll be very quick. Defeating spiders in Mirkwood. Trying to think where I could get really fast in Mirkwood to just get that done super fast. Felagos, I believe there's some spiders right by Felagos. I think I can go there. All right, the last homely house east of the sea. All right, Bilbo's bed. I believe that's Elrond's, Bilbo's room. There it is. Bilbo's things. This is Sting. Take it if you like. And also, this Mithril mail. We hobbits must stick together, especially Bagginses. Bagginses. Wait, Bagginses. it's Baggin INSES. Bagginses. We Bagginses. There's a lot of S's happen at the end there. All right, so I definitely have a teleport that I can use in my skills. Travel skills to Dale. Return to Dale. There it is. See, I like to on my main character because I do a lot of these only on my main character. You could technically do them on more characters, but I only find it fun to do like things that are like forever, you know, unless you want to be nostalgic and go back and do something that you can only do once on a character. I don't usually do it on all my characters. All right, so here we go. Dale. We have a few different spots to... Welcome to the beautiful lands, and there's the Lonely Mountain, my home in Middle-earth. All right, definitely probably where I would want to live. Dale is gorgeous. So, we need to get one at 51. Huh. Gather remnants of the Bells of Dale. They're actually, trying to find where they are here real quick. It's north, it says. Okay, this is going negative. I need to go positive to 51 to 52 north by 12 east. Oh, gather remnants in the Bells of Dale instance. No wonder it's in such a drastically different place. I was so confused. Okay, I'm glad I read that part. So wait, I just need to go into... I just need to do the... Is that it, the instance? Bells of Dale. All right, well, there we go. It's a 6-man, so guess what we're going to put it at? Level 100. We're going in. Okay, well, that makes a lot more sense. Because I was like, why is it
will not come
off
to the men of Gondor from the
so
north.
Much?
For in these last days of the Third Age,
so basically,
has come to the foot
how
of Aragorn.
LOTRO works...
Easterlings answering the call of the Dark Lord prepare to besiege Dale and the Lonely Mountain. The only comfort is that Mordor's host will also be bereft of these forces.
So you see this map? This is a Google map of Lord of the Rings Online. And basically how it works with instanced locations is that they're usually off somewhere on the side. So they will have a coordinate sometimes, but they'll be like off in their own place. So like as you can see here, like Gundabad, they put this off purposely over here, off to the side. But like instances, they're not shown on this map, but they're like off in the, so the game like teleports you into them. So sometimes their coordinates might not be exactly make sense where they are. It's because they're kind of like off the map. Because this is like the main connected world map, right? And remember, this is layered differently. So some of these locations, like this is destroyed Isengard or flooded, but there's previous Isengard, right? So there is like layered dimensions in certain areas of this, and many layers for making things run good. But that's kind of cool. This is like the Google Maps version of what they've put together so far. Now, this Google Maps version does not show any of the new stuff down here. There's a bunch of new land down here in the continent of Harad and the Shield Islands. So this hasn't been updated for a long time, but it does have Gundabad. But yeah, it's just kind of cool to see. I don't know, I just think it's really cool. It takes a little bit to load sometimes, but it's still really cool. Come on, load. There it is. Ah, yes, the pools over in Angmar. I could recognize that anywhere. Not really, but that's where that is. This is the wall you have to get by in the story, or the Watcher Stones will kill you. Yeah, anyway, it's kind of cool. I just thought I'd share it. But that's why I was a little bit confused when I was like, why is the Dale coordinate so off? And you notice now it says 51 north by 11 east. So that means if it's way that east, then probably it's off somewhere in the... in fact, you can actually find it. You can actually find it because see the coordinates thing at the top? So let's do an experiment. So we're at 51.8 north, okay? So 51... Okay, so these are the actual locations I'm hovering, it looks like. 51.8, so somewhere up here. And then we're at 11.7 east. Okay, so according to this, we're somewhere up there in the virtual space of how the game thinks of coordinates. So again, realistically, we're not there, but we're in an instance location. But it's interesting because the coordinates are specialized for the instance, but it's kind of funny because it would kind of like be placed up there. So they probably like in the space of keeping everything similar with finding stuff with coordinates, so we don't have a similar coordinates in different places. That's kind of what they thought of doing, I think. So anyway, I'm supposed to click on these to learn them. All right, I think I did it. It says one of 5. So here's another one. Run, everybody, run! Oh no! Ah! All right, so again, this is very low level, so everybody died in my Bastion of Light. Burn to death for the glory of the light! All right, so they're dealt with. That's why I put it 60 levels under me, so I could just get the quest done.
Start my menu!
How dare you stop me from... Kill. Alright, we'll grab this one. Anyway, that's not... Take all of everything I said with those coordinates with a grain of salt, because I don't know exactly how that works with where they're putting the instances. I don't know if it's necessarily stuck up there in the middle of nowhere, but that's me making a little bit of assumptions on how I know the coordinate system works in the game. But, you know, there's got to be some mathematicalness in how they program it with that. Alright, so if I click this, that should be it, and we'll be done. We can leave the instance. We don't need to do any more. Ta-da! We could do this battle, I guess, against Mr. Scary Boy here, but we'll leave that for another LOTRO battle episode on YouTube. Go to the coordinates on the map. Yeah, no, exactly. Oh no, I'm reading that you already said that. Baggins. Exactly. Just put a bunch of snakes on the end. Hassan Slytherin, Hassan. Little Slytherin speech. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We need to kill spiders in Mirkwood, so I'm just gonna take a fast travel next door to Felagast in northern Mirkwood, and we should be able to kill some spiders there and be done with the event.
What do you need?
What do you need? I need to be sent to Felagast, sir. All right. Welcome to Felagast. Legolas is home. Now, what I need to do is I believe there are probably spiders over here in Tormech Emel. So there it is, by the way. Look at this shot of... it's actually funny how much it is like the Hobbit movies. They really... and the original artwork done by a lot of the original artists for The Hobbit. By different artists for Tolkien. Really gorgeous. It's a gorgeous spot. It's absolutely beautiful. There it is. It's beautiful. Honestly, a housing area in Felagast would have been pretty cool too. But I think it's probably too generic. I think Rivendell was definitely the play. People wanted Rivendell. So we're going to go around this edge and we're going to see if we can kill some spiders. Oh, I think there's spiders right in Karas Lithin too, like right down this path. Oh gosh, it's been quite a few years since I quested here. But I think there are. I just need to kill 8 spiders. And then, you know, help Bilbo get the name Sting. There's that horrible river that put you to sleep if you fall in it. Aha! Webs! There's a bear. Okay. See, I was right. I knew there was probably spiders around here. In Nagel, there's got to be spiders in here. Oh, there's a big dead spider. Holy moly! So I bet you this is one of the spiders Bilbo killed. What do you bet? Dang, look at that thing. Oh gosh. Oh, these must be like what Bilbo killed. And they were like, it stings! I do love that the spiders in the Hobbit trilogy started he could hear him speaking the moment he put the ring on. That was kind of like terrifying, a cool effect. I don't know if that was a thing in the book. I don't remember that. Okay, there's a whole lot of dead spiders and nothing that I could kill, which makes me a little bit of a grumpy dwarf. But I'm going to continue on where I thought I might find spiders over here. I just need 8. I just need to kill 8 spiders within Mirkwood. And I don't like how dark Mirkwood is. Dark and tree-infested forest. I mean, charming. Absolutely charming. What do trees have to talk about, except for the consistency of squirrel droppings? Oh man, so funny. I love that so much. Where does this go down? That goes down along I need to go this way. Alright, well, I thought for sure I'd find some spiders. I'm finding plenty of bears. I can hardly bear it, you guys. It's too many bears. I got so many bears in my kinship, too. No, just kidding. I love all our Bjorning players. I tease. I now have a max level Bjorning, too. Which I would like to learn how to DPS and tank on, because they seem very strong. Okay, we're going up, 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 up we go. And then, no spiders! No, I need spiders. I want spiders. The one time I can't find spiders. I even found a spider last night in my sleep. Literally. He was he's like coming down on a rope right next to my eye. And I was like, oh, hello there, Daddy Longleg. I don't really want you sleeping in my bed with me, so bye-bye, squish. Spiders are never there when you need them, and yet they're always there when you don't want them. Classic. There's a wood troll. Just trolling me more. There's a wolf. Okay, that's not helpful either. Alright, hold on. Maybe this is the path that I was thinking of. I could have sworn there were spiders up one of these paths. Well, I know there's spiders out over here. I know there is. So I don't know if I should look a little harder up here or if I should just flip around and go to the area that I know there's going to be some spiders. But I thought for sure there were some spiders here. I could have sworn there were spiders here. I don't like spiders. Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. Come on. I'm tab targeting, by the way, if you're wondering. That's why I'm like scanning about 100 meters in front of me to see if an NPC shows up. I'm gonna leave my name on. All right, we're definitely not getting spiders, dang it. Oh, is that? What's that? What's that? Oh, it's one of those chests for the deed. Apparently I've got it before, though. Dang it, this world is so big and I can't find a spider! Particularly a spider within Mirkwood. If I don't kill it in Mirkwood, it doesn't count. Nothing there. I'm gonna walk through here. Okay. This is actually one of the ways out of Mirkwood into, I believe it can actually lead you into, does it lead you down? I don't remember. I feel like someday they were gonna put a center Mirkwood and they just never did. Like central. Because we have like all of northern Mirkwood and we have this central Mirkwood, we have nothing here. Be cool if they worked on doing anything with Rune. If they did anything with Rune over here, then they'd come and do kind of central area and then like this and all of Rune. That would be cool. Be really cool. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. All right, I know I'm gonna go ahead and head towards where I know spiders would be. Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness. Didn't even break my leg. I mean, I knew totally what I was doing. There was no worry at all. Oh, water. It's not ideal. Okay, I take it back. Totally, I'm in trouble. Oh, dang. Don't swim in the water. It's got the Shadow of Mordor effect, level 2. It makes your run speed 50%. I'm gonna set my run speed to not be reduced. There we go. I triggered my light of Elendil. I naturally have a light bonus. I always have 80. Oh, it knocked me out. Oh, this is the very river that Bomber wasn't supposed to go into. Oh no, I have nowhere else to go though. Oh, this is so painful. So slow. I shall go over the waterfall. Oh, ow. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm totally just caught in this river now. What have I done? Oops, I messed that up. So, is it going to keep giving me that debuff? Or am I free? Free of the debuff. I may be free of the debuff. Oh, nope, it's back. Dang it. Gosh, dang it. Okay. So, I could do /stuck. That would teleport me to the closest zone thing. I don't really want to swim across. Oh, that road down there, I should be able to get back on the road, though. Let's see if I can get a spot to get up. Swim, Zollin, swim! You can make it! Oh! Holy moly! We're going on a wild ride! Okay, I think we're going to the res point anyway. Zollin has found his fate at the bottom of a very deep... Alright, well, where did it put me? Now entering... Where am I? Oh, that's a good spot. That's a good spot. I like that spot. Oh, look at this view, by the way. Look at this. Look over there. Anduin, and then those trees into going that mountain going down into Mirkwood. Oh, man, very cool. Alright, so I know there's trees at the bottom of this road. So what I'm going to do... Return to Dol Guldur.
How can I be of service?
This is how you got in from Dol Guldur, by the way, when you first joined this region. Because back in the day, there wasn't the Vales of Anduin, so you couldn't walk in from the left. So you had to come in from here. Back in the day when they had... Oh, wait. Was it Bandit? Maybe they were there. I don't remember. I'm going to give a regular ride to Felagos, and then I'm going to jump off somewhere right here, and then run across, and hopefully there'll be spiders right there. This turned into a long spider chase. I apologize, everybody. Don't eat squirrel droppings, even if they look like Hershey Kisses. Yeah, it's probably not very good for you. I love the energy your Tolkien Ram. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm just having fun. I'm just being silly. Honestly, it's sometimes really fun to just explore the game, explore Middle Earth. Sometimes you're doing all this hardcore stuff and doing raiding, and I enjoy that thoroughly. But other events and things. But sometimes it's kind of fun to just chill and just like do a quest. You just get totally lost. It can be annoying sometimes too, but it can be funny too. You don't have to turn into a bad thing, right? We're gonna go. Ooh, Scarn deposit, rich Scarn deposit. I'm not gonna get off though. I'm gonna let it take me a little farther. It'll be faster. Yeah, so anyway, when we kill these 8 spiders, we'll be done with Tales 10 Bilbo. I cannot believe I've never done these scavenger hunts, though. I literally started, I did the first one like 4 days ago, and I've just kind of did a bunch of them. And then I thought, why don't we just stream on Tuesday and have some fun. Re-downloading LOTRO right now. There's so much to do on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't worry, you won't have any shortage of stuff to do. Are you on, do you know what server you're on? You play on Glamdring? That's the server we're on NA. Or do you play on EU? Or Tom Bombadil's fire pit? That's a nice spot to chill. Yes, 100%. 100%. It's a good spot. All right, I think we're going to actually finally get some spiders. So, come on. More bears! Dang it! I can't bear it anymore, guys. I'm gonna have to take all these bears out. Whoa, bats! Whoa, lots of bats. And a rabbit, and a buck, and a wolf, and everything I don't need, and another thing I don't need. Come on, there's gotta be spiders over here somewhere. I thought, oh, there's webs. Follow the webs. Forest buck, you're not a spider. Oh my goodness gracious, come on. A boar? Are you kidding me? Where are the spiders? Look at all these webs. There should be spiders here. Yeah, these elves are telling me, like, watch out for this area because they're like looking down in here. This is where I thought, spiders! Yes! I never thought I'd be so happy to see a spider my whole life. Die! Please count. It didn't count. Why didn't it count? Why didn't that spider count? No. I'm gonna cry. Oh no, does it have to be Southern Mirkwood? Come on. If you don't have quick access to Mirkwood, start level instance webs and scuttle. Are you kidding me? This is why you read the wiki. Oh my gosh. You serious? And it does, and that does, by the way, that's in Southern Mirkwood. Why doesn't the quest say Southern Mirkwood? Why does it say defeat spiders in Mirkwood? I'm in Mirkwood. This is Mirkwood. Dang it. No one said anything about it being Southern. All right, well, we'll just do it the easy cheating way. At least it was a fun run-around adventure, I guess. We can look at it that way. What is it called? Dreadweaver. That's Dreadthrone. The Dread. Wait a second. Instance web. Webs of the Scuttledales. Let's just do a level, let's calculate how low can I do it? Can I just murder some really low level spiders? Yeah, level 50, let's do it. We're gonna pretend like I'm killing spiders in Northern Mirkwood.
The great spiders of Mirkwood have begun to stir again, and the elves of Thranduil, king of Mirkwood, seek to learn the cause. What dire darkness has arisen within the wood to summon forth such evil?
Oh, Elbarath.
It's even... Okay, it's even... Alright, hold on. We don't need to do everything. We just need to kill spiders. So... Wait, why are these not spiders? I remember this instance. It's funny because you're actually Mirkwood, the people of Mirkwood, and yet... At last I'm free. That's good, that's good. I'm glad you're free, sir. I just want spiders. Why are these things so hard to find? I just need some spiders in the end. That's all I need. I might have to go to the end. Maybe they like spawn at the end. That's not a spider. That's a scary dog. Can I just ignore these? I just want to ignore these and just go for spiders. So I just freed that crow from a spider's web and it attacks me. I see the gratitude there. Alright, forget it. I'm not opening all these cocoons. Give me the spiders! Spiders, where are you? Come to me! What is that? It's an undead guy. You're not a spider. Useless. I don't want to do the objectives of the instance. I just want to kill spiders. I just need 8 spiders. That's all I need. Oh, I forgot. There's like undead in this fight too. Dang it. Oh, can I literally knock? Oh my gosh, there's my spiders. I can't continue. Those absolute throws. They're like, nope, you have to open up the grumble, 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 grumble. You know what? Aren't there spiders like right outside? Hold on. We're not doing this. I have a faster way to finish this. If I have to go to Southern Mirkwood and get the Scuttledales, I can get there super fast. And it's super fast. I'm just gonna use the Mithril Stable Master. Collection. Stable Masters around the world. We want to go to Southern Mirkwood, and I need to get to not the Haunted Inn, not there. Ostgalad is probably where I want to go. Get me, travel me to Ostgalad. 2 Mithril, I'll pay it. I'll pay the Mithril. Just take me there. Just take me there. Zollin's done. I was on the RP server for EU back a year ago, but the Laurelin, I believe I moved to Meriadoc with. Okay, nice. On the EU side, yeah, that makes sense. It's the journey, not the destination, Zollin. Yes. Good. Yeah. Good call. Good call, Pat. Good call. I like it. All right, Scuttledales, north of us. There should be some spiders straight north of us. There better be some spiders. I need my spider legs for dinner. I'm so hungry. Oh my gosh. Spiders, spiders, spiders. Into the Scuttledales. I really wish the quest had said Southern Mirkwood. Spider. Give me your delicious spider legs. I'm gonna cook them with hot butter. I mean, look at that. It looks like a king crab leg, right? Same thing? Yes, it counts. Delicious. Okay. Need a few more of those. All right, there's 2. All right, I'm gonna get back on my horse or my mount. Today it's a goat. All right, and oh, I sense a spider. Got him. You low-level stealth I can sense anything. I smell them. Smell spider. Was taught by Addy Spiderbane, the best of spider hunters of dwarves. Atlee, I should say. His name's Atlee. All right, got it. And that's Barghest. I don't need a Barghest. What I need is a bargain. Just kidding. All right. Alright, we need 4 more spiders. Watch me come around the corner for like 30 spiders. I won't even need them all, and I'm going to kill them all anyway just for fun. This is looping around the way I do not want to go. That was actually for a quest right here. We don't want to go that way. Broken leg! And it's mended. Alright. Oh my goodness. All of that running around northern Mirkwood to find out that the quest doesn't work in Mirkwood. It only works in southern Mirkwood. Then why didn't I say something? Is this the same path or is this a different path? Alright. Sensing stealth. There's one. There is one of my delicious hunters. Mmm, yummy. 3 more. Sense one. Where is it? Show yourself. Haha, got it. Alright. And, oh, there's one. One more spy. There he is! Just across the bridge! This is where the bridge just breaks and someone's like, no! Just like falling off the bridge. Spider's like, got him, boys. Boom! There it is. And we're done with the 10-year anniversary Bilbo completed. Finish. Boom. And there it finished our other one. Perfect. Oh, look at that! That's the deed, by the way, right there. I'll copy this moment and I will put it on my video tomorrow. So I will, for YouTube. So it'll like link you to this moment in the stream. So you can see what it looks like when you complete a deed. So I actually completed a deed. That is the new deed thing. You have to turn that on, by the way, if you get the Noldor coffer. You go into your collections, you go in your emotes, and if you go into, and you just type in timeless, you'll notice it's called Deed Timeless. You just got to right click it so it activates it. And if you type in deed, you'll actually be able to go back to deed defaults. That's basically a brand new thing they're doing, because obviously there's deed move, there's move ones, right? Moves that they haven't really been making a lot more of. I kind of wish they would, but, and then there's milestone, right? Which there's quite a few of them they've made. But yeah, just a little side note. All right, so we finished Devoted to the Company. Basically, we did, I think 1 through 10 is all of the Fellowship, all 9, and then Bilbo. So I think that's what we just finished. So that's cool. It's fun to always get a deed done. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport out of here. It's getting late in the day. It's dusk here in Mirkwood, so we're gonna teleport our way back to Party Tree to turn that quest in, and we'll finish it up. 10 out of 10 river navigation, no notes. I'm telling you, I need my boat mount. I mean, that was a perfect example of why I need a boat mount. Sorry, I'm behind. He says a little bit behind on the stream, but that's okay. There's a perfect reason why I need a boat. That is so pretty. Yeah. Let me in. Let me in. Yeah. Reb says some locations may be worth the 20 cents. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah, this is really a secret thing that a lot of people don't know about this map. It's the travel master map, but all of these you can show them on the regular map, and it'll show you where they are on the regular map. But you can always travel to any of these dots. The ones that are not lit up are the ones I don't know. I've just never been to those ones. But you can travel to any of those dots with Mithril. But cost Mithril. So if you have a house dockmaster or stable master like we do, it's usually in fast travel back to your kinship house or personal house. It's really nice because you can get all around, and then you just have to learn about the long-ranging stables, and then once you get to the one you need to, you could do another fast travel somewhere else and just use in-game money, which is a little better once you know them all. So, but anyway, I've had a great day. It was really fun doing this stream with you guys. I wasn't expecting to go quite so long, but I had a blast. I hope you did too. Big thanks to everybody who gave super chats on YouTube and so many Twitch subs by Edmund 49 today. And thank you, Pad gave me one too. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I really appreciate that. So let me go ahead and talk to Waldo. turn the... Ah! Well, it seems the cards will be staying up a little bit longer. So, if you missed any you thought might be worth your while, now would be a good time to complete them. Alright. Cloak rack and a hobbit cupboard board. Sweet. And, you don't have enough room. That's fair. I do not want that. Don't want that. Let me go ahead and do a... Oh my goodness, Ras. You guys are all spoiling me. Thank you so much. Wow, that's a super, super sticker. Now, that should change the room colors. We'll stay for a few more minutes so we can see the room kind of shift here. But thank you so much, guys. Ras, look at that adorable sticker. I had to bring it up for the stream so we can look at it. I know it's technically saved on the stream. I don't delete my stream chats for either YouTube or Twitch, so it stays hooked to the stream. But it's still kind of fun to see it on the stream. But it's an awesome sticker. That's so nice of you, Ras. I really appreciate it. Anyway, that's very encouraging, guys. It's been YouTube's been a little it's been a little hard the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been really crazy. The algorithm's been they've been updating things and it's just been really, really weird. So I appreciate both. I appreciate you guys. That's encouraging. Thanks a lot. But it's kind of one of those times you just kind of persevere through as a content creator. Just keep making videos. You know what I mean? And keep doing streams because it's just how it goes on YouTube. I've had a couple times like that in a few years now. I'm still, you're always learning as a content creator. But in the last few years now that I'm learning, I've noticed there's ups and downs. And YouTube, sometimes it's totally not any of the content creators' fault. YouTube will just shift something and suddenly the algorithm just changes for a while. And 2 weeks, it's just like your video won't get put out to anyone. It's just how it is. And of course, and then sometimes there's things that are clearly obvious. I changed something and it's oh, that didn't do as good, or oh, that did better, like a thumbnail or a title or something I put out at the right timing. Timing matters when you release stuff too. But learning all that. But thanks for the super chat. Very encouraging. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Can I loot now? There it is. Alright, hold on. Let me go ahead and sell some of these. Don't need that. Oh my goodness. There's all these other ones in here too. Destroy that item. Destroy that item. Oh my gosh. Oh, what's this? Armor of the... Oh! Oh! Whoa! I got some cool things that I didn't realize I got. Let's open them up. I'm glad I looked. They would have been destroyed after an hour. This is why you always check. If you have that alert in the bottom with the bag, you always check this loot. If you have that, just so you know, if you're a newer player, you should always check. So what I need to do right now is figure out how to empty my bags. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to lock that. I'm going to lock that. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to lock that. I'm going to deconstruct that. Deconstruct that. I'm going to bring up my shared storage and grab my carry-alls, which these are very helpful for keeping your stuff organized. So if they were on sale, I don't know if they still are, but very, very worth it. You just eat stuff up that's in your way. It's very handy. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up whatever this is. Armor of the Missing Dragon. Oh, it's an armor set. Wait a second. Did this come for completing the... Oh, this is so cool. Is this for completing the 10th year? Is that what this is? Because I've seen people have this before. What a cool armor set. Oh my gosh. All right. That's awesome. I was wondering where people got that. And then I got Tome of the White Stag as a pet. And I also got Steed of oh, okay. So let's go ahead and learn the tome so I can summon the White Stag. And it looks like it automatically gave me the Steed. So if I go into my... I'm going to go ahead and loot all here for a second. And hold on. Let me just... I'm struggling here with my inventory space. Let's just sell this for a second. Large task. Let's see if I could just absorb some of these tasks. Get them out. I need to organize my inventory so bad. I've been needing to do it all week. There we go. That made some more space. So I'm gonna lock these things. Okay, lock that stuff I just got. And then where's the white stag? Collection. Mounts. White stag. No, that's my mounts. I need my pets. Let's summon that. And the new mount was called the Draconic, right? There it is, right there. Okay, there we go. There's the... Oh my gosh, look at this mount! What the heck? It's so cool! Dude, it actually matches my gear. Like, it matches me, like, really good. Like, without the new gear that it gave me that matches it. Like, my actual Rift setup. That's such a cool mount. What? He's wearing a freaking dragon mask, dude. My horse is a dragon. My horse is amazing. Alright, so that's pretty cool. And there's the white stag. That's pretty cool as well. Oh, it's got like glowing eyes. My gosh. Reminds me a little bit of that Shadow and Bone series when the stag had glowing eyes. Cool. Well, guys, I got a white stag. Amazing. Amazing. Oh. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. So I guess all my hard work over the last few days and then the stream we just had fun doing all together here. Yeah. Zollin Wiki came in clutch there. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. Yeah, I definitely was able to, you know, it kind of, the wiki died and I was able to do the whole one with you guys, the previous one, just because of knowledge of the game and the lore. So, but you know, that's a lot of fun. So anyway, I will probably be working on year 11. I don't know if you guys want me to continue doing another stream with it. I can. I'll see how I feel. It's a golem. Interesting. It's year 11 is golem. Okay.
At least you will help me.
Oh, and that's how you get the golem mask. And the emote Enthorn. Oh, I'm gonna have to probably do that one. Not today, but maybe I'll stream it tomorrow or something. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, you guys encouraged me today with the stream. You were really fun. I appreciate everybody. I hope you had fun too. That is the goal. Here on Voice of the Rings. Have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Thank you to Martin, Elraandor, Reb, and all my other Patrons for that above and beyond support. And thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, following, all that jazz, all the subs on Twitch today, and all the super chats on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Yep, see you, Pat. Bye, guys. Have a great day in Middle-earth. Stay happy, everybody, and I hope you have a good day wherever you are. And I will see you guys soon. Again, watch out for that video tomorrow. The Coffer of the Noldor, I'll be releasing it the morning time Pacific, afternoon Eastern. It'll be evening for Europe. If you want to kind of look at it for yourself and see if you too want this really, really cool back animation. It's really cool. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Stay happy. Baruch Khazad Khuzad, I'm Menu. I'm at your service and your families as always, and I'll see you in the next ones. Cheers.